Welcome to Indiana High School football on K99.3. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Coca-Cola, Culver Portside Marina, Nepco Crane and Equipment Services, specializing in mobile crane service, Dairy Queen of Winnemac, Patrick Auto Group, Farm Fertilizers, First Farmers Bank and Trust, Lawrence Farms, Mark's Body Shop in Knox, Zingo Express, Pulaski Memorial Hospital, Stark County Co-op, Ancilla College, The Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, Collins Insurance, Howard's Marathon of Winnemac, and 5 Star. The Coca-Cola pregame show with Mitch Columby and Chris McGowan is next.
The past few years have highlighted many unsung heroes in our communities, and one that comes to mind are educators.
We always appreciate the important work that educators do, but we're especially thankful for how they have gone above and beyond to serve students across Indiana.
I'm Paul Knighty, Commissioner of the Indiana High School Athletic Association, and a proud North Posey Viking.
And I'm Carrie Rosati, IHSAA Assistant Commissioner and a proud Roncalli Royal.
Let's take a moment to thank all of our educators, including those who also coach. They always go the extra mile, not only to develop successful student athletes, but also great people.
High school sports would not be what they are without the men and women who teach and coach our state student athletes.
To all of our educators, we see you, we care about you, and we're really grateful for you.
Let's all support the vital work of teachers and coaches by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events.
This is appreciation. This is gratitude. This is your IHSAA.
Rick Grab, 5 Star in the Knox Mall. It's more savings this week at 5 Star.
Meat leads the way again, Tony. Get ready. 73% lean ground beef in the family pack, $2.99 a pound. And this one just never gives up. It always works. Everybody loves it. U.S. government inspected. Loin and pork roast, 99 cents a pound. Limit 2 with an additional $10 purchase. It's at 5 Star.
In the Knox Mall.
Since 1936, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning have always taken pride in doing the job right. Third-generation owner Brian Hammond and his family have always set the standard when it comes to taking care of all your heating and cooling needs. Making your home a comfortable home is the absolute top priority. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give them a call at 574-936-4660. Follow them on Facebook. Let Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning help you take control of your comfort. Welcome to the Coca-Cola pregame show. Now, here are the voices of K99.3, Mitch Columby and Chris McGowan.
You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Tonight, the Knox Redskins host the Lakeland Lakers in the first round of sectionals. This is Indiana High School football. For the last 57 years, we've experienced sports broadcasting greatness here on WKVI. For that, we tip our hat to Harold Welter and thank him for his dedication and service to local high school sports. Thank you, Harold, for all that you did for Kankakee Valley Broadcasting. Thank you to our in-game producer, Marilla Schaefer, who is back at KVB headquarters, making sure we are broadcasting out to you live. Down on the sidelines, getting all the inside information from the field, our sports analyst, Chris McGowan. I am Mitch Columby. The tradition continues. This is Kankakee Valley Broadcasting. And we welcome you to Community Field here in Knox, Indiana, 46534, as the regular season is no more. This is the postseason. We are in round 1, sectional 26 of the 2022 Indiana High School football year. It was a gorgeous fall day today as we are set to continue the new era of Kankakee Valley Broadcasting sports on WKVI 99.3 FM and around the world, streaming live on WKVI.com. As we get ready for sectional football action, we haven't seen the Lakeland Lakers yet. Head coach Ryan O'Shea is in his 3rd season. The Lakers ended their 2022 campaign at 3-6 on the year. They come into tonight not having won a game since September 23rd at Central Noble. The last 3 games in a row haven't been the kind of games the Lakers would like to have. Leading the Lakers in rushing is senior Cameron Malivan. He has 176 carries on the season for 928 yards, sitting at 5.3 yards per carry. In the receiving category, senior Owen Troyer leads the charge with 26 receptions for 566 yards on the year, averaging 21.8 yards per catch. And in the passing category, freshman quarterback Braden Holbrook has 146 attempts for 1,352 yards thus far into the season. After hearing a quick rundown, Chris, what are you expecting to see from these Lakeland Lakers?
I look for them to spread the ball around tonight. Keep Knox's defense honest by keeping the ball on the ground a little bit. But tell you what, watching this Holbrook kid throw the ball here in warm-ups, I'm really excited to see him in game competition here.
Chris, it's been since week 4, since we last saw Knox. What do you think we're going to see from them tonight?
Same old, same old. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So a lot of misdirection run, a lot of power run. Again, and just, Knox is basically a 3 or 4 head monster on offense. They have about 4 kids that threat to take it to the house anytime they get their hands on the ball in that running game. So I look for them to do the same here tonight and try to set the tone early with physicality up front.
I saw you talking to a couple of the players down there on the field. What's the vibe from the Knox side of the field from what you're gathering?
They're loose. Looks like they're ready to go. Yeah, I was talking to the Tim kid who was practicing punting. We were doing a mic check, and let's just say that one of his punts went about 50 yards in the air and about smoked me right upside the head. Probably would have knocked some sense into me, but I was razzing him a little bit about that.
Well, we're so excited to be here, and we appreciate you joining us on the Coca-Cola pregame show, refreshing the world, making a difference. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors as the Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report is next. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Coke knows there's nothing better than the beat of the summer. The beat begins in a simple and mellow place, from low-key to hyped up. So we're helping you and your friends drink it all in with 100 days of the artist's experiences, tracks, and concerts with the best names in music, all at Coke Studio. Drink, scan, and enjoy your Coke so you never miss out on all the amazing offers we're dropping this summer.
BP gasoline with Invigorate helps clean your engine and can give you more miles per tank. Continuous use may result in the following pleasant side effects: excessive smiling, feeling more relaxed, taking more drives just because, volunteering for carpool twice in a row, and bragging to your friends about how you use our best fuel ever. To find out if BP gasoline with Invigorate is right for you, stop by your local station to discover our best fuel ever. Versus minimum detergent gas. Average restored 3 to 5 miles per tank, based on fleet testing and based on what you drive and how you drive.
High school sports brought to you by Zingo Express. Who's in? Who's out? It's the Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report with Mitch Columbi. Mitch?
Thanks, John. The Pulaski Memorial Hospital has been serving lives of the residents of Pulaski County and the surrounding area since 1963. We appreciate them supporting local high school sports, as we are lucky enough to say no injuries to report tonight, as that is your Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report. Stay tuned, as the Marian University Ancilla College Coaches Corner is next. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
This presentation of our area's local high school sports is sponsored by Pulaski Memorial Hospital in Winamac. Pulaski Memorial Hospital is dedicated to providing excellent health care to improve the health and quality of life for the people and the community they serve. They will meet the community's needs and exceed their expectations by creating the best possible health care experience. For more information of the services they provide, call 946-2100.
The Stark County Co-op has been a member-owned farm services co-op in Stark County since 1928. That's over 90 years, and they're still providing the same quality agronomy services to the farming community of Stark and surrounding counties. The Stark County Co-op is an LP and fuel provider. The Stark County Co-op purchases grain at both locations, Hamlet and Browns. You can reach them by phone at 1-800-782-3392, the Stark County Co-op.
Let's talk with the coaches on the Ancilla College Coaches Corner with Mitch Columbi.
I'm here with head coach of the Lakeland Lakers, Ryan O'Shea, in his third season. Coach, what do you know about the Knox Redskins, and also what have you prepared your team on the field to hopefully do tonight?
Well, Coach Rackey's obviously a legend in the state, and he's a really good football coach, and we've got to be very disciplined, and we got to do the right things on both sides of football. We got to tackle well. We got to do the fundamentals well, because I know Knox will be ready for that, and I know Coach Rackey will have them ready.
Anyone in practice this week that stood out and you were hoping to see a big performance from tonight at all?
Obviously we're looking for our seniors to step up tonight. Owen Troyer and Cam Livon. Those are two senior captains. And if in win and go home situation, put the ball game in their hands and let chips fall where they may.
Can you give us a glimpse of your pregame speech, what that's going to sound like to your players?
We're just going to tell them that, we obviously love them as a staff and as a football team. They've come so far this year, us being so young, and we've come a long, long way. I want to continue this journey, and it starts tonight. And if you don't do it tonight, then you're not ever going to be able to do it again. So you got to take advantage of the opportunities.
Hey, thanks a lot, Coach. Appreciate your time.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Welcome to Marian University's newest location, Ancilla College of Marian University. Marian's newest campus location in Plymouth is your home for an on-campus college experience. From living in the dorms to being a collegiate student-athlete, Marian University is ranked third most innovative Midwest university by U.S. News and World Report. For more information about our 2- or 4-year degrees, go to www.marian.edu/Ancilla. That's www.marian.edu/Ancilla.
Welcome back. I'm here with head coach of the Knox Redskins, Russ Radke. Coach, what has been you and your team's focus this week in regards to Lakeland?
Well, they're an opponent that is completely off of our schedule and no common denominator between us with other teams. So it's been a rough week of trying to get everything compiled as much as we could. And I hope the kids are satisfied that they got a good game plan. You got to remember, youth are very dependent on the opportunity to be given the right truthful answers. And that's what we try to do here. We try to give them everything. They might come out with stuff we're not ready for, which they surely will. We're just going to have to really expect these young guys to do a good job.
What does your pregame speech sound like right now to your team?
Well, I just to get out here and have fun and realize that 64 goes to 32. This is the biggest drop in an entire week. All year long, you've been doing things and trying to get things ready, and we've had chances, and we've won games that we were real close, but then there's 2 that we didn't. So we'll see tonight how hard these kids really have that. And I think it's really shown. In the last 2 years we've been here, every time we've come out with some great attitude, and I think the Knox will provide that tonight for the fans.
So I was just getting ready to ask you that. Is there anything in particular that we should be excited to look for on the field tonight?
I just think that if you've been watching this team all year long, you've seen how it's grown. It's gotten better. But tonight, I think they're going to hopefully attack. And I really feel that this is going to be something that they really are going to feel that they can come out, get a smack, get a hit, get a movement, get some turnovers, create situations. And I think that's the thing that you can't, and I'm not putting down the radio, but you can't see it on the radio. And I think that, and hopefully you will get that inclination across to the fans who weren't able to be here. But that community that's going to be here, I think, are going to see a great game tonight.
Is there anything that you'd like the fans who may be listening to know tonight? Maybe in the stands are listening to the game at the same time.
Well, it's beautiful weather. You still get out here. And, what we do? Practice in the snow Monday.
Yeah.
In a torrential downpour, wind, 20 degrees. Wind chill factor on Tuesday, and here we are 75 tonight. So you never know what's going to happen. But I really think the community and the people will be excited. We've had this week off now with no school, and I think the community can really get out here and enjoy something tonight.
Coach, I appreciate your time.
I appreciate your time, too. And WKVI does a great job covering all our area schools.
Thanks, Coach. We'll be right back.
Culver's Portside Marina handles all water recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has it in stock. From sampan, aqua patio, and sweetwater pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver Portside Marina can help. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 842-5000. Culver Portside Marina.
Time now for the keys to the game, sponsored by the Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen. Once again, here's Mitch Columbi and Chris McGowan.
All right, as we get set for sectional football action, what are your keys to the game as a Lakeland Laker, Chris?
I think Lakeland tonight wants to play outside the hashes, get their athletes in space, make Knox make plays in space defensively, and try to. I think Lakeland understands that they cannot match Knox's physicality up front. So again, look for them to get rid of the ball quick, get it outside the hash marks, and allow their receivers to make plays with their feet.
All right, Chris. Now flip sides. What are your Auto Park keys to the game for the Knox Redskins?
Get off to a fast start. Don't let this Lakeland Lakers team hang around. You are a heavy favorite in this game tonight here at Community Field, so come out and set that tone early and not allow Lakeland to hang around and put yourself in a position where this freshman quarterback who's got a rifle for an arm can beat you with that arm.
That's your keys to the game, sponsored by the Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen. Today's broadcast is also brought to you in part by Marian University's Ancilla College. If you are looking for a place to continue your education, visit marian.edu/Ancilla. We are going to take a break as the Coca-Cola pregame show continues. Our starting lineup is next. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Here at the Auto Park Chevrolet Buick GMC in Plymouth, we have one of the largest vehicle selections in northern Indiana. We know that you can visit any number of dealerships when shopping for a new car. That's why we always make sure we go above and beyond for our loyal customers throughout Michiana. Our Auto Finance Center also works to ensure that you take advantage of a lease or loan solution that fits your budget. Lots of new inventory in stock and en route. Special local market pricing. Come drive the new Silverado and soon the new Hummer EV. Stop by our showroom today or go to AutoParkChevroletBuickGMC.com and see more, or even buy that special car you're looking for. The Auto Park Chevrolet Buick GMC in Plymouth. Come see the value.
This presentation of our area's local high school sports is sponsored by Pulaski Memorial Hospital in Winamac. Pulaski Memorial Hospital is dedicated to providing excellent health care to improve the health and quality of life for the people and the community they serve. They will meet the community's needs and exceed their expectations by creating the best possible health care experience. For more information of the services they provide, call 946-2100.
Now it's time for the starting lineups.
For the Redskins on offense, starting at quarterback is the senior Cohen Watson. The running backs are senior Xavier Roman, sophomore Jake Conroy, and freshman Miles McLaughlin. Starting at the tight ends tonight are seniors Eric Griffo and Alex Wackel. Holding the fort down on the offensive line for the Redskins are seniors James McNeil, Brandon Manuel, Keaton Fost, and juniors Landon Howard and Isaiah Jones. For the Redskins on defense, starting on the defensive line are seniors Eric Griffo and Brandon Manuel, also juniors Caleb Schwant and Bryson Kaukas. The linebackers are juniors Logan Taylor, Caden Reiser, and freshman Kane Weber. The defensive backs for this evening are seniors Landon Cole, Cohen Watson, Alex Triska, and junior Rowan Jordan. That is your starting lineup for tonight, as we will be back to get set for kickoff as round one, sectional 26 of the 2022 Indiana high school football season from Knox, Indiana, is about to get started. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
What's good about Dairy Queen? Dilly bars, DQ cakes, blizzards, and the $5 buck lunch. Stop in for the $5 buck lunch with an entree, fresh hot fries, your choice of an ice-cold Coca-Cola product, and a soft-serve sundae flavor of your choice. Available every day from 11 to 4. Have a $5 buck lunch exclusively at Dairy Queen. Proud to support high school sports on US 35 Monticello Street in Winamac. Find out what's good about Dairy Queen.
Stay tuned for more in-game action with Mitch Columbi and Chris McGowan on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Coke knows there's nothing better than the beat of the summer. The beat begins in a simple and mellow place, from low-key to hyped up. So we're helping you and your friends drink it all in with 100 days of the artist's experiences, tracks, and concerts with the best names in music, all at Coke Studio. Drink, scan, and enjoy your Coke, so you never miss out on all the amazing offers we're dropping this summer.
Welcome back to Community Field as the Knox Redskins host the Lakeland Lakers. I am Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting as WKVI will always be there. As we look at our other area teams, Chris, Mark Hall and his West Central Trojans traveled to Caston tonight after finishing the season at 8-1. The Trojans meet back up with the Comets for a rematch of Week 1 where the Trojans won that game 26-8. What are your thoughts on the Trojans game tonight, Chris?
The difference in tonight's game is the fact that West Central actually has to travel to Caston. So, again, I look for West Central to take care of business as long as they take care of the football. The only thing that's gotten in their way this year is turnovers. In the one game they lost, 18-0 to Culver, they turned the ball over 6 times. So if West Central takes care of the football, I like their chances tonight.
The Culver Cavs get to stay home for their first-round matchup with North Newton tonight. They finished the season at 5-4. What are you expecting from that game, Chris?
Well, you heard Coach Zahner last week on the coaches show when we were talking to him about North Newton. They come in, they haven't won a game all year, so they might come in hungry, and that's your biggest worry. Is your kids looking at that 0-9 record and maybe looking ahead a little bit, and North Newton coming in hungry and making that long trip from Morocco to Culver and pulling off the upset. But I think Culver is just too physical up front, and I think Schumann's going to have a big night rushing the ball tonight.
Well, we hope so. We've called Shane Schumann's name quite a bit throughout this season, and, of course, he broke the rushing record there at Culver Community. Had a heck of a season. So you're exactly right, Chris. Shane Schumann should have a big game tonight. We move on in. The North Judson St. Pierre Blue Jays, they travel to Kentland, Indiana to take on the South Newton Rebels. They have had a remarkable season, finishing at 8-1. We had a chance to see the Rebels in Week 8 against South Central. From memory, Chris, along with what you know about North Judson St. Pierre, what in your mind transpires tonight in Kentland?
South Newton, record-wise, I think they finished up 6-3. Very impressive record. Went several years without winning a game. Coach Beavis there at South Newton has done a great job of getting that program turned around and headed back in the right direction. But I think North Judson's physicality is going to be too much for South Newton tonight. I tell you what, I was impressed when we saw South Newton in Week 8 against South Central. I was impressed with their quarterback and their running back and the one receiver they had. So, had some athletes, but again, I think not going to be able to handle North Judson's physicality.
Well, speaking of South Central, they host Bowman Academy tonight. The Satellites had a tough year, ending their season at 2-7. Your thoughts on tonight's game?
If South Central can make plays in space, I like their chances. Bowman, a very athletic football team that like to get their athletes out in space and make you make plays. So if South Central can break down and make some tackles in space, you like their chances. South Newton needs to take advantage of Bowman Academy. We used to, when I was here at Knox, we used to scrimmage them, and for a lack of a better term, not very disciplined on defense. So South Central, look for them to maybe win a shootout tonight.
Wow, okay. Well, we'll keep an eye on that game, Chris. You threw me for a loop on that one. That'd be a lot of fun if South Central was able to get that win. As we change over and look at the Winamac Warriors, they traveled to Lafayette Central Catholic tonight. They finished their regular season at 2-7 as well. What do you hope Winamac achieves tonight, Chris?
You're going to Lafayette Central Catholic, a school that's been known for a football power for a very long time. And it's kind of funny because the coach here for Lakeland, O'Shea, that's a name that is very, very familiar to Lafayette Central Catholic. His dad won several state championships, Kevin O'Shea, at Lafayette Central Catholic. So, again, if you're Winamac, how long can you stay in the game? How long can you compete? Go down there and, you have nothing to lose. I know it's win or go home, but, go down there and just see how long you can stay in that game and how long you can compete.
Yeah, connecting the dots. I like that, Chris, doing your homework on that one. We check in with Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WYMR with the boss, Tony Ross and crew, as they are in Lakeville for LaVille's first-round sectional matchup with Whiting tonight. Of course, you can catch that game on Max 98.3 FM. We invite you to flip back and forth to keep up with all the action in this area, as KVB Sports has got you covered. Chris, what do you think about that Lakeville-Whiting matchup tonight on Max 98.3?
Oh, the LaVille Whiting matchup, I think it's going to come down to however many points LaVille wants to score. But Host Rouser has done a great job there at LaVille, but Whiting's going to have to make that long trip, and I think I look for LaVille just to take care of business.
We're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
From the game, a deer jumps in front of your truck. And now you've got to get that truck repaired. Make it easy on yourself. Take it to Mark's Body Shop. Mark's has done expert auto body service since 1998 and will work with you and your insurance provider for collision repair, custom body paint, and insurance work. And all work guaranteed by owner Mark Schell. Mark's Body Shop, proud to support high school sports. 772-7003.
Stay tuned for more in-game action with Mitch Columbi and Chris McGowan on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
When you grow up on the land, you have an appreciation for it. When you grow up and work on a family farm on land that is shared by members of a family, all working together as a team, that appreciation grows even more. They know what it's like to work as a team to get the job done. At Lawrence Farms of Knox, Todd and Josh Lawrence and family support the local high school teams and wish them success all through the season.
Welcome back to Community Field here in Knox, Indiana, as we are getting ready for the first round sectional matchup between the Knox Redskins and the Lakeland Lakers. I am Mitch Columbi. Along with me is sports analyst Chris McGowan, getting all the access down on the sidelines. Of course, we talked just before the break about that game on Max 98.3, the LaVille Lancers taking on the Whiting. Actually, what are the Whiting? I meant to ask you that, Chris. What is Whiting's mascot? Do you know?
The Oilers.
The Whiting Oilers, okay. So you can catch that game on Max 98.3 FM. As I said, you can flip back and forth and catch all the sports action here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI and WYMR. All of that, though, sets us up for our WKVI Game of the Week. The Lakeland Lakers coming into tonight at 3-6, hope to extend their postseason one more week. On the other hand, the Knox Redskins want to continue their 3-game winning streak and don't want this season to end just yet. This is Indiana high school football. As we look out onto the field, we see the Knox Redskins, red jerseys, red helmets. It looks like navy blue pants. As both teams' captains are going to the center of the field right now, we look at the Lakeland Lakers. They are in all white with, I would say, sky blue helmets. I'm going to call those sky blue. What do you think, Chris?
I'm going Carolina blue.
Oh, Carolina blue. Well, okay, Chris. All right, I see what's up. All right. So both teams' captains are going over with the referees the rules and regulations. Of course, both refs want to see a hard-fought, clean game. I assume so. The on-field PA announcer tonight is Nathan Welter. The clock operator is Dusty Minix. The play clock operator tonight is Ron Kukula. Tonight's statistician is Tim Knowlton. Our officials for this evening are Jason Schubert, Mark Terry Sr., George Plesick, Charles Breitenfeld, and Mark Angelo Terry. As I said earlier, our sideline reporter getting all the access down on the field tonight is KVB sports analyst Chris McGowan. It looks like the coin has been flipped. The team's captains have shaken hands. It looks like Knox will be receiving first as we are set for round one of sectional football action here in Knox, Indiana.
Yeah, Lakeland won the toss and elected to defer. So going to put that defense out here early on and get tested by this Knox offense.
Well, it sounds like they want the ball to start the second half. That's something that if I was a coach, I would like to do as well. I want to get that ball at the second half. Maybe like you said early on in the season, Chris, steal a possession late in the second quarter going into the halftime. Maybe a good strategy from Lakeland here.
Yeah, especially if you get a stop here on this opening possession defensively. If you can force Knox to punt, you definitely like your chances there. to, like we said, steal a possession right before halftime and get the ball to start the second half.
Tonight's kickoff is brought to you by Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack in Winnemac. We also appreciate them sponsoring our Tyler Roth WKVI Athlete of the Week, given every Saturday on the Saturday Sports Line. So, Lakeland set to kick away. Knox to return. It looks like that's Xavier Roman and Jake Conroy deep to bring this one back for the Redskins. Fresh clock, and we are underway here in Knox, Indiana, as the ball has been kicked. A squib kick up the middle. It bounces to Jake Conroy at about the 23-yard line. He's going to bring it back up to about the 38, and he's still fighting to the 40, the 42, and he's brought down by a couple of Lakers at about the 41-yard line.
Yeah, good return there for the Redskins. Great starting field position, and that was Mason Walker there on the stop for the Lakers. Doing a good job of wrapping up Conroy, who's a hard kid to bring down. So, again, great starting field position here for the Redskins.
So the senior quarterback, Cohen Watson, for the Knox Redskins, trots out, and he's ready to get his first play underway for sectional action. He is going to take this one from under center. He has no one, looks like, he's got a couple of running backs offset. He takes the snap. He hands off. That looks like it's handed off to, I didn't catch the number, but he didn't get anything on the play. That's number 2, Miles McLaughlin. Yeah, McLaughlin on the carry. Didn't get much on the play. What kind of play call was that there, Chris?
Just a counter there. Knox went unbalanced line to the left, and Knox actually came back and attacked the weak side of the offensive formation with a counter there, and Miles McLaughlin no gain. So, very good discipline by the Lakers on that first snap.
Watson continues. He's going to take it under center. Sets his man in motion. He takes the snap. He hands off. That's Xavier Roman on the left side. He takes it out all the way over to the Lakeland sideline before there's a whistle blown. And it looks like the play is going to be called dead. I don't think he got a yard either on that play, Chris.
No, he lost a couple yards on that play. Jet sweep there to Xavier Roman. And Lakeland doing a very good job of stringing that out and not giving him any kind of an alley to cut that ball up. So third and a long 11, short 12 for the Redskins here in this opening drive.
Yeah, just past the 10:30 mark here in the first quarter. We are scoreless here at Community Field in Knox, Indiana, as Cohen Watson, the senior quarterback from shotgun, takes the snap. He's looking to throw. Fires over to the right side. It's a high lofted throw, and it was intended for Miles McLaughlin, but a little short there at the Lakeland 40-yard line, as it'll be 4th down, and the Redskins will be forced to punt.
Yeah, Miles McLaughlin had a step on the defender there, but the wind, throwing that ball into the wind, held it up and ended up being short. So Knox here going to have to punt on their opening possession.
Well, the Lakeland Lakers do their due diligence and get their first stop of the game on the first drive. If you're a Laker fan, you've got to be happy with that. As Cohen Watson punts for the Redskins, it bounces all the way to about the 30-yard line in Lakeland territory. Lakeland territory, and the Lakers will take over on their own 30-yard line.
So, again, this is what I wanted to see. I wanted to see this freshman quarterback. His arm looked lively in warm-ups, and I'm going to see what he can do here with this arm.
Yes, he is talking about the freshman quarterback, Braden Holbrook. Pretty tall for a freshman. Number 17 out there from the shotgun. He's going to take the snap, fake, hands off. He flips around. Now he throws, fires right down the middle, and it was almost intercepted. Cohen Watson read that well, as he was intended target was number 1, Owen Troyer for the Lakers, as it will be 2nd down.
Yeah, Cohen Watson there being 6'2" or 6'1" there really helped because Troyer was actually behind him.
Yeah.
And Watson able to get up there and knock that ball down.
So 2nd and 10, ball on the 30-yard line, Lakeland's own 30-yard line. Holbrook takes the snap from shotgun, fires over to the right side. It was almost overthrown, but he caught it. That's number 8, Levi Cook, who's going to continue to run across the field, across to the 45-yard line in Knox territory before he was tackled at about the 44, and a big pass play for the Lakers.
Yeah, freshman Levi Cook climbing the ladder there and bringing that ball in and picking up a first down, and Lakeland going no huddle.
No huddle, quick as they want to make it happen here. Looks like Braden Holbrook's getting the call from head coach Ryan O'Shea. He is lining up, yelling the call to his players now. Set up in a shotgun. Takes the snap. Hands off. That is number 2, Cameron Malivon, and he gets nowhere as he's tackled by Miles McLaughlin in the backfield. It's going to be a loss on that play. This ball's going to be spotted at about the 48-yard line now, 2nd and 15.
Yeah, jet sweep there by the Lakers, and McLaughlin doing a great job of coming up and making that tackle for a loss of about 5 yards. So 2nd and 15 for the Lakers.
Coming up on 9 minutes to go here in the first quarter as Lakeland breaks the huddle. Holbrook from shotgun, looking to take this one. He's alone. It's a pass play. He throws immediately over the middle. That's number 11, his intended target, Carson Mickham, who's going to get the reception and tackled at about the 36-yard line. And it'll be 3rd and 3 after that.
Yeah, Knox a little confused on that previous snap there in the secondary. Lucky that play didn't get broke for a touchdown there. A little confusion in the back half of the defense here for the Redskins early on.
Holbrook sets his man in motion. Now he takes the snap. He hands off up the middle to Malivon again, trying to get that first down. It's close, but I don't think he got it as he was tackled by a Redskin right at the spot. It looks like it's going to be 4th and 1. We'll see what they do here in this spot of the field.
They're definitely going to go for it. 4 down territory here for the Lakers. So 4th and a yard, and Knox doing a very good job against this running game for the Lakers.
So the Redskins need a big stop here. The Lakers need a first down to continue this drive with 7:30 to go here in the first quarter. Lakeland from shotgun. That's Holbrook. Sets his man in motion. Moves Malivon to his right hip. Now he takes the snap. He's looking left. Fires immediately, and it's overthrown as it went through the hands of number 1, Owen Troyer. It's going to be a turnover on downs as the Redskins survive that one there.
Good hustle. That a hop, kid.
What'd you see down there, Chris?
Well, I saw a missile just go right through the hands of the intended receiver, Owen Troyer, right there. And tell you what, the ball boy for Knox did a heck of a job getting over there and picking that ball up. I was impressed.
Looks like a future Redskins on the sidelines already helping out. As that's Cohen Watson from shotgun, takes the snap and hands off to Jake Conroy. And he is not going to get much, maybe a yard on the carry before he's tackled by, took about 3 Lakers to bring him down at the 36 or 35-yard line, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like Lakeland may have gotten away with a face mask on that play right there. Hand across the helmet there, kind of turned Conroy sideways, but again, pick up a short 2 yards there for Conroy on first down.
2nd and 8, ball on the 36-yard line. Redskins territory. Cohen Watson, the senior quarterback from shotgun, takes the snap. He fake hands off. He's running it up the middle himself, and he's got nothing but daylight as he crosses the 50-yard line to the 40, the 35-30, the 25-20, the 15-10-5. He's gone. Touchdown, Redskins! Cohen Watson strikes first as it's 6-0 here at Community Field.
What amazes me is every time, it seems like the first time Knox runs that quarterback counter action like that Watson is able to take that to the house. So, again, it's something that it's in the Redskin playbook. They run it week in, week out. That Lakeland has prepared for it. But, again, every week it seems like the first time Watson takes that handoff and runs that quarterback counter, he takes it to the house.
Watson is their 3rd leading rusher coming into tonight with a total of 728 yards on the season. That was a big one there as they're going for two, and Cohen Watson takes the snap and waltzes himself right up the middle. It's nothing but the Cohen Watson and Redskins show here at Community Field as it's 8-0. Big call there to go for two, Chris. Big call.
Well, Russ has been doing it all year, so I'm not surprised by it. It's gone for two just about every time they've scored. So, again, Lakeland on that first defensive series was able to force a 3-and-out, got the ball back, was actually able to move the ball through the air against this Knox defense. So, again, Knox is going to have to shore some things up in that secondary if they're going to continue this success.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Nepco Crane and Equipment Services, specializing in mobile crane service. Call Joe Nepp at 1-800-590-2272 for all your residential, commercial, and agricultural crane needs. Today's broadcast is also brought to you in part by First Farmers Bank and Trust, providing state-of-the-art banking with old-fashioned service. We thank them for supporting local high school sports. So, 8-0 as the Redskins lead the Lakeland Lakers here at the first round of sectionals of the 2022 campaign. I am Mitch Columbia along with sports analyst Chris McGowan down on the field. We are having a heck of a lot of fun tonight as this is quite the atmosphere. Night under the Friday night lights as it looks perfect out there for football. It warmed up just in time for a great evening as it's shaping up to be a good game. Jake Conroy is going to be set to kick this one away. And he gets the kick up and away. And it didn't go all the way deep, but it is going to be returned by a Laker up to about the 46-yard line before he's tackled. I didn't get the number on who returned that, Chris.
Yeah, it looked like number 8 there for the Lakers, and that is Levi Cook.
Thank you,
a freshman. I tell you what, this Lakeland team is very young.
Yes.
They're starting 3 freshmen on the offensive side of the ball, so the future's bright here at Lakeland.
So the freshman, Braden Holbrook, trots out there. Looks like it may be a pistol formation. He's going to... Now he resets the offense, moves his receivers to the other side, flips them onto the other side, and takes the snap, and this is a handoff to Malivon. Over to the left side, he trucks forward at about the 48-yard line in Knox territory. That was Cameron Malivon, the senior, on the carry.
I tell you what, Lakeland doing a very good job of lining up in one formation, seeing how Knox lines up, and then Coach O'Shea, on the sideline there, calls something else out, and they adjust, and right there they were in a bunch trips formation, and Malivon able to pick up 4 yards on first down.
All right, Holbrook from shotgun. He's got Malivon on his left hip. Looks like he resets the wide receivers again. To the left side, he takes the snap, throws over the middle. That's number 25. It's caught by Kian Arroyo, who is still on his feet, and he gets all the way to the 22-yard line before he's tackled by a Redskin. Arroyo with a huge catch
there. Yeah, huge catch there, and good yards after contact. A lot of yak yards there for Arroyo.
Well, they are in a hurry-up offense now as they are getting the call from the sidelines, and quarterback Braden Holbrook is just relaying what the head coach is telling him to the other teammates. From shotgun, takes the snap, fires over to the right side, and big man number 61, Brandon Manuel, swats it down and flexes after. He really liked that one.
He did a good job of getting up and deflecting. Wasn't able to put the pressure on the quarterback that he wanted to, but as a defensive lineman, you're taught if you can't get to the quarterback when he releases the ball, make yourself as tall as possible. And Manuel there doing a good job of batting that ball down.
2nd and 10. We're coming up on 5 minutes to go here in the first. It's 8-0. The Redskins lead the Lakers as the Lakers are in Redskin territory, knocking on the door. Braden Holbrook, the freshman. And it looks like there is a timeout on the field, Chris.
Yeah, it's like Lakeland going to call a timeout. Play clock was running down there, and 2nd and 10, big play here for Lakeland. You don't want to have another negative play here on 2nd down when you're in the red zone or near the red zone.
I have a score update coming up on the 5-minute mark as the West Central game. We look at 6-0 West Central Trojans leading their sectional game right now as they've had a fantastic season thus far, only losing one game throughout the year. And shout out to Jeff Messer, the athletic director, for sending me that update as West Central is up 6-0 right now.
I have an update from Lafayette Central Catholic in the second quarter. Lafayette Central Catholic 24, Winnemac 0.
Well, Josh Burgess had talked a little bit about Lafayette Central Catholic off the air last Saturday. He said those kids are tough, and they were prepared to be in a battle tonight. It's upsetting Winnemac hasn't got on the board yet. We'll keep an eye on that game as well as the West Central game, and as we are getting back to action here at Community Field as a freshman quarterback of the Lakeland Lakers, Braden Holbrook. From shotgun. A lot of movement. Takes the snap. He's looking to throw immediately as there was a huge blitz coming. All the Redskins were coming after him. He had to throw away immediately as it's going to be 3rd and 10 on the next play.
Yeah, his receiver there needs to do a better job of recognizing that the blitz was coming and get his head turned a lot quicker there and cut that route a little bit shorter. But again, great pressure there, great call defensively by the Redskins, great execution. And now Lakeland facing a 3rd and 10 here from about the 22 or 23-yard line.
So Braden Holbrook from shotgun takes the snap on 3rd and 10. He fires over to the right side, and he threw it too high and over the head of his intended receiver as it'll be 4th down here. What do you think they're going to do, Chris?
Well, looks like O'Shea's looking at the call sheet. Looks like he's going to go ahead and go for it here on 4th and 10. Again, you're a big time underdog. Why not roll the dice here and try to get some points here, or try to at least pick up the first down and give yourself a fresh set of downs. So again, Lakeland has had some success through the air against this Knox defense.
So Holbrook from shotgun, he's going to go for it on 4th and 10. He takes the snap, he's looking to throw. He had plenty of time, and he fires over to the right side to his intended target, Owen Troyer, who gets the touchdown. Wow, huge play, a risky one, but they got it as they are going to score 8-6 here. Huge play for the Lakers, Chris.
Yeah, you want to talk about throwing a dart right there. That was impressive. He threaded the needle between two Knox defenders, and Owen Troyer right in stride about the 1-yard line. All he had to do was catch it, and just right into the end zone. So a beautiful ball there by Holbrook.
So the kick is up and away, and there's a flag on the play. The kick is good. Maybe a roughing the kicker, maybe, Chris. I don't know. I didn't see it.
Yeah, it looked like roughing the kicker. So, again, strong leg there, which could come into play later on as long as he's not too hurt there after getting rough. Getting rough there on that extra point. But I tell you what, he kicked that extra point, and I think that could have been good from about 50.
Yeah, it was a very strong, good kick, and interesting they decided to go for a extra point instead of a 2-point conversion. We'll see how that plays on later in the game, Chris, as today's game is brought to you in part by Howard's Marathon of Winnemac, serving Pulaski County for 43 years. Call 574-946-6894 and ask for Howard. We thank them for supporting local high school sports. Big shout out to my good buddy Matt Ketchum down in Broad Ripple, Indiana, tuning into the game, as well as Ed Hasnerl here in Knox, Indiana, a good friend of mine. We appreciate both of my buddies for tuning in. Thanks, fellas. Coming up on the 5-minute mark as it's 8-7. The Redskins lead the Lakers by 1 point as it has been nothing short of excitement here tonight, Chris.
Yeah, again, Lakeland going and kicking the extra point there. That tells me that they plan on being in the end zone quite a bit more here tonight.
So Lakers set to kick this one away. That's number 11, Carson Mickham. Deep to return is Xavier Roman and Jake Conroy for the Redskins. The whistle has been blown. The kick is up and away. Deep to Xavier Roman and over the head back to the end zone as they are not going to get a chance to return this one. So the Redskins trot out onto the field. We'll see what they have to respond on that play there, Chris.
Redskins take over. Yeah, strong leg there. That ball actually landed in the end zone. So another thing to keep an eye on in this contest.
Senior quarterback Cohen Watson from shotgun. Looks like that's Miles McLaughlin on his right hip. Takes the snap and hands off to McLaughlin up the middle, and he's got nothing but space as he cuts back over to the 40, now to the 45-50, the 45-40, 35-20, 15, 10, 5. Another big-time touchdown. Miles McLaughlin for the Knox Redskins as the O-line created a hole that anyone could have ran the distance. Huge play for the Redskins.
Yeah, well, Knox just answered that touchdown by Lakeland there, and again, just a power run there. Just what Knox does, and it put as many bodies in front of the football, and I tell you what, Miles McLaughlin did a good job of made a couple cuts, made one guy miss, and took it to the house, 80 yards.
Yeah,
just like that.
He had to break it.
Now 14-7.
Yeah, he had to break a couple tackles, but boy, that offensive line is really putting in the work tonight for the Redskins as they are going to go for two again. Cohen Watson takes the snap. He's running it himself up the middle for two, and he has it. It'll be 16-7 here in the first quarter, under 5 minutes to go, as the Lakeland Lakers take a hit on the chin on that one there, Chris.
Yeah, they did. A good answer there by the Redskins. One play. Now, if you're Knox, you would like to maybe see your offense sustain a drive to allow that defense to get some rest, because now, yeah, you come away, you're up 16-7, but that defense is going to get worn out here if Knox keeps putting quick scores on the board. So it's a double-edged sword, really, just for the simple fact, yeah, you don't mind scoring all these points, but again, you're going to set yourself up to allow Lakeland to match you, and you don't want to be in that position.
Well, we want to give a shout-out to KVB owner George Mammarella for tuning in this evening. Appreciate you tuning in, George, as Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI will always be here. So the Redskins are ready to kick this one away to Lakeland. It looks like deep to return are two Lakers. I can't quite read the numbers. They're a little too far away for me. Might need to get my eyes checked, Chris. I said that a couple of weeks ago as the kick is up and away deep. And it will be returned at about the 20-yard line by number 25. That's Kian Arroyo, who gets it up to about the 35-yard line, and flags fly as there is flags on the play. We will see what happened here.
Yeah, from where that came from, that might be a block in the back, maybe. It's going to be a holding against Lakeland. So, great return there, going to be negated by the holding call.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Lakers. Under 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 16-7 as the Redskins lead. Two quick scores from the Redskins. The Lakers had a fast score on the last drive. We'll see what they can make happen here as they are on their own 25-yard line. That's freshman quarterback Braden Holbrook from shotgun. Takes the snap, fake, hands off, rolls out. He is going to throw down the middle. A huge pass play to number 1, Owen Troyer, and it just was overthrown and out of his reach. He couldn't bring it down. A couple of Redskins were trailing, as that was a big-time pass play again. They are taking risks tonight, Chris.
Oh, yeah, going for the home run there themselves. And I tell you what, that ball was about 6 inches too far there by Holbrook. But, again, I like the play-action pass. I like what Lakeland's trying to do here, using their athletes in space. So, again, Knox is going to have to shore some stuff up here in this secondary.
2nd and 10. Ball on the 25-yard line. Braden Holbrook from shotgun takes the snap, fires immediately over to the left side. His intended target was Carson Mickham, but Mickham wasn't watching as it goes over the head of Mickham and out of bounds. It'll be third down.
Again, that's where the receivers outside, they need to be able to look inside on the snap and recognize when that blitz is coming because, again, the pressure was there and Holbrook had the right read, was looking for that hot route, but Mickham didn't pick up the blitz and didn't have his head turned around quite fast enough to be able to catch that ball.
Another third down for the Lakers on their own 25-yard line. Under 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. And timeout on the Redskins. They want to talk this over. Looks like Russ Radke sees something. He definitely saw something he wasn't happy with. He threw his hands up like, what are we doing? So definite smart timeout there by the Redskins. Of course, you get 3 each half. You might as well use them. That'll be... Yeah, I think that's the first charge timeout for the half for the Redskins, and then the Lakers had another charge timeout earlier in the first quarter.
Yeah, just again, didn't like the way they were getting lined up in the secondary against that Lakeland offensive package. So, again, good timeout here. Make sure everybody's on the same page defensively because I tell you what, this Lakeland passing attack is pretty impressive.
So it'll be 3rd and 10 for the Lakers as both teams are back out onto the field after that timeout by the Redskins. Holbrook takes the snap. Fake throws over to the left side, down the middle after he let go, and it's no one's there as, he faked through to the left and then ended up throwing down the middle to no one as it'll be a 4th down. They're going to have to punt this one away.
I like the call there. It was actually supposed to be a middle screen there to Cameron Malivon, but again, Knox doing a good job of staying at home. I'd like to see Holbrook be a little bit more patient on that.
Mickham doing the kicking duties for the Lakers as he punts this one deep into Knox Redskin territory, and it was almost mishandled by Jake Conroy as he dropped the reception, but pounced on it immediately. There was a Laker almost there to save the day for the Lakers, but Jake Conroy was smart and pounced on it quick as the Redskins are back onto the field for another offensive drive.
Yeah, punt there by Conroy, and did a very good job of being able to recover that because if he doesn't, Lakeland's looking to scoop and score right there.
So 1st and 10 for the Redskins. Ball on their own 28-yard line. Cohen Watson from shotgun. Looks like Jake Conroy. He fake hands off to Jake Conroy and keeps it himself up the middle to get maybe 2 to 3 yards before he's brought down.
Cohen Watson on the carry for the Redskins.
Well, that result for Lakeland was a lot better than the previous 2 because the last 2 snaps were an 80-yard touchdown run and about a 70-yard touchdown run. So, again, Lakeland there stayed at home, played that really well, gave up 4 yards, but 2nd and 6 here for the Redskins.
So the clock's running, under 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Cohen Watson from shotgun. He's going to take the snap and hands off to Jake Conroy, who's got a lot of room again, and he breaks a tackle at about the 40-yard line. Now he crosses the 50 to the 40, and he's still up. He's at the 20, the 15, before he was knocked out of bounds. It looked like he ran out at about the 35, but he stayed in bounds somehow, and he gets knocked out at around the 11-yard line, Chris.
Yeah, that's Miles McLaughlin again with the great carry there. Broke out of a pack there and was able to take that ball all the way down to about the 11-yard line for Knox. So Knox again in the red zone, looking to add another score here in the first quarter.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to spot this at the 13-yard line as that was a huge run by Miles McLaughlin. And Cohen Watson from shotgun is going to take the snap after setting his man in motion and keeps it himself up the middle again. As that play has worked several times this evening for them, he gets maybe 3 on the carry. 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
Again, if you're Lakeland, you got to read your keys. You got to trust what you're seeing. You can't get caught looking in the backfield because Knox has bodies going everywhere. So you got to tie into your key and believe and trust that it will take you to the football.
2nd and 6. Watson takes the snap, hands off up the middle. That looked like Jake Conroy, who gets maybe to about the 3 or 2 yard line as they are knocking on the door to hopefully score a third time here in this first quarter.
Yeah, 2:42 left here in the first quarter. Knox, 1st and goal from the 2 yard line.
So 1st and goal. Watson's going to take this from shotgun. It's Jake Conroy on his right hip. Takes the snap. Hands off to Conroy, who's going to follow an offensive lineman right into the end zone. A touchdown, Redskins, as it has been all Redskins so far in this first quarter. 22-7. Big-time play from Jake Conroy and the Redskins as they strike again. Just under 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. And they are
going. Knox getting all those big offensive linemen, getting all those big bodies in front of the football. Conroy just showing his patience there and found the crease and found pay dirt.
Redskins going for the 2-point conversion. It's Watson. He hands off up to the left side. That was Jake Conroy. Did he get it? It looks like the ball. And it is
no, he did not get
no
it. The ball
good.
Came loose late, but short there. So 22-7. So again, Knox not getting that 2-point conversion. The key thing about that is the fact that this is still just a 2-possession game.
Yeah. Yep, exactly.
Here with 2:25 left in the first quarter.
Exactly. Wow, what just a crazy first quarter here. A lot of scoring. The Lakers had a fantastic pass play early on. Looks like this is going to go the distance here, as today's game is brought to you in part by Howard's Marathon of Winnemac, serving Pulaski County for 43 years. Call 574-946-6894 and ask for Howard. We thank them for supporting local high school sports. So the Redskins will be set to kick this one away to the Lakers, as it's 2:25 to go here in the first quarter. We just can't quite get out of this quarter here, Chris.
Well, 2 good offenses and a lot of points being scored, so shaping up to be that kind of a night.
So, the Redskins are getting ready to kick. A little smaller of a showing here in the crowd. I would assume it's due to the fall break this week for the Knox Redskins. As Jake Conroy set to kick this one away, and he does. And it gets to about the 25-yard line. It's going to be returned by Owen Troyer, who cuts back over to the left side and out of the 40. He stutter steps, and he goes out of bounds at about the 42, 43-yard line, as that's a big-time return for the Lakers.
Yeah, good. Again, great starting field position here for the Lakers. Offensively in their last possession with 3 and out. So, again, a 2-possession game, so no need to panic right now if you're Lakeland. Just stick to the game plan and try to come away with some points here. And you just need to get a couple more stops on defense if you're Lakeland.
Braden Holbrook, the freshman quarterback for the Lakeland Lakers, trots out there. Ball on their own 43-yard line. Holbrook from shotgun sets his man in motion, takes the snap, hands off to Malivon up the middle. He's not going to get much as there are 4 Redskins all over it. 21 and 61 are the 2 that I saw. Caden Reisner and Brandon Manuel were 2 of the 4 Redskins that brought him down. He had nothing on that play.
I think he needed to cut that back to the right. There was a crease there, but again, this front 6 for the Knox Redskins doing a very good job of flying around to the football.
And whistles on the play as it was snapped. Another timeout by the Knox Redskins. And Russ Radke is just not happy right now of what he's seeing on his defensive side of the ball.
He didn't like a matchup that he had there in the secondary. The formation, he didn't like the look that they were getting defensively in the secondary. So instead of taking a risk there, go ahead and burns his second time out here in the first quarter. So again, you can see how nervous he is about this Lakeland offense and how they can put up some points in a hurry in this passing attack.
So both teams going over what they want to discuss here is it's under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Each possession is being taken very seriously as this is the postseason. This is win or go home tonight. So everything's on the line for both these two teams as every possession is going to be taken this seriously tonight. And you can't blame them when it's this much on the line this late in the season. Both teams have a lot of seniors. You want to show up and get a win for the team here tonight. As the whistles are blown, it's ready to get back to action here as Braden Holbrook in the pistol takes the snap. He hands off the number 2. That's Cameron Malivon, who goes over to the right side and gets maybe to the 50-yard line, right in the middle of the field, as it was a gain of maybe 7 on the play.
Yeah, definitely the best run of the night for Malivon there. With about a 7-yard gain. So, again, sets him up 3rd and 3. So, again, look for Knox maybe to bring the house here and try to bring some pressure on Holbrook.
So, right on the 50-yard line, the Lakers hoping to get into Redskin territory. Holbrook takes the snap. He hands off. That's number 11, Carson Mickham, who's going to run across the 50-yard line and get into Redskin territory at about the 46 or 7-yard line. It's close to a first down, Chris.
Miles McLaughlin and Alex Triska in on the tackle for the Redskins.
It looks like it might just be short.
They're saying he's short.
So 4th and inches here for the Lakers. As we have a score update from West Central and Caston tonight for the first round of their sectional matchup. They go into the half at 6-0. So Caston's hanging in there, Chris.
Yeah, Caston doing a very good job there stymieing that West Central offense.
4th and 1, Braden Holbrook took the snap, but there's whistles on the play. And timeout Lakeland.
Timeout.
Yeah. So both teams really want to take their time and make sure they're getting the right play as that stops the clock at 14 seconds to go here in just the first quarter. It's 22-7 as the Redskins lead the Lakers. It's 4th and short in Redskin territory at the 48-yard line. So we thank Farm Fertilizer for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. Call them at 574-867-2441. That's Farm Fertilizer helping to move the bar on yield and crop investment returns. Well, how's it been down there so far, Chris? It's been a nice evening, not too cool for you. Are you smelling anything down there good? I'm getting hungry.
Actually, no, I'm not. I'm at the opposite end of the field. The wind's blowing the smell of the pork burgers north. So
the pork burgers. So we like those pork burgers. All right, Braden Holbrook.
Yes, we do.
So the Lakers getting their call. Braden Holbrook has it, and he's ready to take the snap. He's from shotgun, Malivon to his left hip, and he throws over to the middle immediately, and it's caught by number 11, Carson Mickham, who's going to get the first down and more, and tackled by number 5, Jake Conroy of the Redskins at about the 26 or 7-yard line.
Yeah, just a little pop pass there to the tight end, and Mickham doing a good job of hauling that in and making sure that they completed the pass. Looks like he comes up holding his hand here a little bit, but that's actually going to take us to the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, so that's the end of the first quarter here in Knox. As it's 22-7, the Redskins lead the Lakers. We are so glad you're joining us here on K99.3 and WKVI.com throughout the world. We're so glad to be here. Sports analyst Chris McGowan is down on the field getting all the inside information. I am Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting as WKVI will always be there. So both teams will flip sides as it's ready for second quarter action here at Community Field. The Lakers going over some things to tighten up here to go into the second quarter. Of course, they had that really good score there, a really nice pass play over to the right side there to score their first touchdown of the night, and then they had the extra point to get their seventh. But the Redskins have had two big running plays, Chris, that just have really been the mark of this game so far.
Yeah, that Knox offensive rushing attack, again, getting the job done here in that first quarter. Actually had three big rushing plays, but the third one they didn't score on, but got themselves down inside the 15-yard line to put that third touchdown on the board.
So 1st and 10 for the Lakers. Holbrook shifts his wide receivers over, and he takes the snap from shotgun. He's looking to throw, fires, caught, and it was number 25 before he's tackled Kean Arroyo, before he was tackled by a couple of Redskins. Number 2 was in there, Miles McLaughlin, I believe.
Yeah, Kean Arroyo, another freshman here, starting for this Lakeland Lakers football team. So, like I said earlier, the future is definitely bright. This is definitely not an offense I would want to face here in the next 2 or 3 years.
So they are deep in Redskin territory, knocking on the door again. The Lakeland Lakers down 22-7 with 11:20 to go here in the first half. Holbrook alone in shotgun. Sets his man in motion, takes the snap. He hands off. That's number 24, Blake Alshouse, who gets tackled. Might not have much on the play there.
Enough to pick up the first down for the Lakers.
First down, Lakers.
So enough to get the first down.
First and 10. Yeah,
enough.
First and 10 from the 16-yard line.
Yeah, so they're going to move the chains as they are putting stringing a few plays together here to make something happen, making that Redskin defense stay out there a little bit longer. As Holbrook is in shotgun, Malivon on his left hip. He takes the snap. He's looking to throw to the left side. He fires up top, and it's going to be wide open. Caught and touchdown by Owen Troyer. The Lakeland Lakers had the perfect play and called it as they strike again. It's 22-13 here at Community Field.
Yeah, just a beautiful fade route there by Holbrook. And Troyer doing a good job of watching that ball in. It looks like might have been a wheel route by the inside receiver there. Knox just got a little confused in the back half of that defense.
Staying true to their extra point, they're going to kick it as Carson Mickham, the lefty, set to kick this one away for the extra point. It's up, and it is going to be, like Chris said, perfect and down the middle. He's got quite the leg.
With 10:33 remaining in the quarter, the scoreboard reads Knox
22-14 now as we've got ourselves a ball game. Today's sports broadcast is brought to you by Dairy Queen of Winnemac. We thank them for being part of the community and supporting local high school sports. Well, Chris, a quick change of events now. Just like you said earlier, it was only a 2-score ball game. Now they've got 1. They're only down 8. If you're Lakeland, what is your goal on defense right now?
Figure out some way to get a stop. Slow down this rushing attack from Knox. Whatever you have to do, again, just to try to get a stop and force Knox to punt the football. I have a score update from Culver Community High School in the second quarter. Culver Community 20, North Newton 0.
Well, that's great. The Cavs needed that one as they finished the season at 5-4. And like we talked in the pregame, we were expecting the Cavs to have a big night tonight, and it's looking like so far so good for Mike Zahner and company down there in Culver.
And at halftime, John Glenn 9, Fairfield 7.
So a tight one there for John Glenn.
Two teams that coming in with 5-4 records.
Carson Mickham for the Lakers set to kick this one away, and he does. It looks like he does it to Jake Conroy, but it's going to roll out of bounds. as there's a flag on the play as well, and the ball went out at about the 10-yard line right by Chris McGowan where he got to touch the game ball. What was that like, Chris?
I thought about returning it, actually. It would have been a lot of fun seeing this big guy.
Yeah. Well, I saw
flashbacks.
Oh, I saw your reaction. You got cat-like reflexes. You picked that ball up and flicked it right back to him, no problem.
Well, let's not.
Let's not talk about it. It's about the kids tonight. Okay. So, 1st and 10 for the Redskins. As Cohen Watson's out there from shotgun. And we're so glad you've joined us here on K99.3 and WKVI.com. As the Redskins take the snap, it's Cohen Watson, fakes the handoff. He keeps it himself, and he's tumbling around as he gets tackled by a couple of Lakers at about the 37-yard line as the Redskins lead 22-14.
Yeah, again, probably a little bit too much if you're Lakeland on that first down carry. Picked up 3 yards. And, again, you want to try to limit them to a yard or two every down to force them to punt. If Knox gets three or more yards on every run, they'll go for it on 4th down.
Watson from shotgun takes the snap. He hands off. That's Miles McLaughlin who takes a hit, but he's still up and rolling before he's tackled by another Laker at about the 43-yard line. Big-time run for the Redskins. It'll be 3rd and 3.
Yeah, big down here for the Lakeland Lakers. Get a stop here, then you put the decision on this Redskins coaching staff on whether or not they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, this is exactly
So
the position.
Huge play here in this first half.
Yeah, this is actually the exact position you said you wanted to be if you were a Lakeland Laker here. This is a big-time stop they need. Watson takes the snap. He hands off to McLaughlin, who's going to get the first down and more. He crosses the 50-yard line to the 30, the 30, 25, 20, the 15, 10, 5. It's another Miles McLaughlin touchdown here in Knox, Indiana. 28-14. My goodness. And just like that, the Redskins can score in a blink of an eye.
Again, Lakeland put themselves in a position to be able to make a play and get a stop and get off the field defensively. But, this Knox Redskins doing a good job of putting all those big bodies in front of the football, and Miles McLaughlin doing a good job of hitting the hole and hitting it hard and knowing what to do with it once he hits that opening.
So they're going to go for 2 again, sticking with their motto. Cohen Watson sets Jake Conroy in motion, keeps it himself. He runs up the middle. He's trying to reach and get it, and he doesn't, as that is another failed attempt at the 2-point conversion.
And again, that's huge because, again, it just keeps the 2-possession game now at 28-14.
Yeah, that was a big-time play for the Redskins. Huge. And like you said, Chris, Lakeland had them on their heels. They needed that play. And now they are down 2 scores again. It's just going to have to be that type of game for them here the rest of this half. They're just going to have to keep crawling and fighting back as, the Redskins running game is just something else to watch, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Pretty impressive. And I have a score update of a game that concerns both these two teams because the winner of this game would play the winner of West Noble, Mishawaka Marion. And right now in the second quarter, Mishawaka Marion's up 7-6 versus West Noble.
So it's going to go down to the wire for that game as well. As like I said last Saturday on the Saturday Sports Line, we don't know what's going to happen after. We don't even know what's going to happen here in the next couple of hours. So our schedule just determines on what happens literally tonight to find out what area team is going to continue their season. Really, it's coming down to the wire as Jake Conroy is going to squib kick this up the middle. It's going to be returned by I don't see the number, but he gets it returned to about the 32. That was number 25, Kian Arroyo, who gets tackled at about the 32-yard line is where the ball is going to be stopped. Chris?
Yeah, so pretty good field position for the Lakeland Lakers. And well, here's a shocking score. In the first quarter, Kankakee Valley 6, New Prairie 0. New Prairie's had a heck of a season. So the Cougars are beating the Cougars.
Wow. So a lot of tightly contested first-round sectional matchups happening around the area tonight as we appreciate Chris McGowan getting those scores. Braden Holbrook takes the snap from shotgun, fires over down the middle as there were two Redskins on the intended target of Kean Arroyo, and he almost brought that one down, but I'd say the couple Redskins there was Jake Conroy and Miles McLaughlin all over it.
Yeah, Miles McLaughlin did a good job of getting his hand in there and busting that ball loose, or Arroyo would have had another big catch for the Lakers. So, again, Knox pretty lucky there on the back half that wasn't a complete pass.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Lakers. The freshman quarterback, Braden Holbrook, sticking with that pistol as he's looking over to his sideline to head coach Ryan O'Shea to get the call. Takes the snap, throws out to his right side. That is number 25, Kean Arroyo, who misses a tackle but then gets tackled by number 2, Miles McLaughlin, who's all over the field right now, as it was a maybe 3 or 4 yard gain on that play.
Yeah, Conroy there slipped trying to defend that pass, and luckily Miles McLaughlin stayed at home and was able to actually keep that to a minimal gain there of about 4 yards.
Big time third down here for the Lakers. 3rd and 6 with 8:20 to go. 28-14, the Redskins lead. The Lakers are making something, some movement on the field. Looks like he's got 3 wide receivers out to the left side. He's going to take the snap from shotgun. He's looking left. He fires immediately. He has his man, number 11, Carson Mickham, who's going to pick up the first down across the 50-yard line and tumble his way forward to about the 40 before he's tackled by number 2, Miles McLaughlin again, and that moves the chains for the Lakers. A first down in Knox territory.
Another score update, the LaVille Lancers 34, Whiting Oilers 0 in the first quarter.
So the boss, Tony Ross and crew, are seeing quite a blowout there in Lakeville. If you're joining us from Max 98.3, hello, I am Mitch Columbi. Along with us down on the sidelines is sports analyst Chris McGowan. We are so glad you've joined us. We invite you to flip back and forth between us and 98.3 to catch all Kankakee Valley Broadcasting sports content. Holbrook from the shotgun takes the snap. He fires over to the left side, and it was overthrown. His intended target looks like that was Owen Troyer on the intended receiver, but 2 Redskins all over it. The defense is looking good for the Redskins right now, Chris.
Yeah, double coverage there, and I think Holbrook just did the right thing and threw that ball away, made sure that nobody was going to have the opportunity to catch that, and going to live to fight another down here on 2nd down. So 2nd and 10 for the Lakers with 7:27 left in the second quarter, down 28-14.
Braden Holbrook for the Lakers in shotgun. Malivon on his right hip. He sets his man in motion. He takes the snap, flags on the play immediately.
Yeah, false start there on.
So that'll
against the Lakers.
Yeah, that'll move them back, and that is not something you want to have happen at this time, as that'll move the ball back into Lakeland territory. Oh, no, it won't. I'm sorry. It'll move it back to the 44-yard line. My apologies. They were just huddling up back in Lakeland territory. So they get the call from Ryan O'Shea, and they're ready to walk up to the line of scrimmage. Braden Holbrook. Seen a lot from him tonight, as he is a freshman. He sets his man in motion. Takes the snap. He rolls out to his right. He's looking to fire. He's got a Redskin after him as he fires over to the right side, and it was in the hands of his intended target, number 8, Levi Cook, and it just bounces right off the hands. A really good throw there by Holbrook.
Yeah, the wind there actually played a little games with that ball in the air, and I think the wind actually pushed that away from the intended receiver, which allowed that ball just to skip right off the fingertips there. Again, I like Lakeland. It's the first time they've really moved the pocket with Holbrook and tried to get him outside and see him throw on the run.
Holbrook alone in the shotgun. Takes the snap. He fires immediately. That's number 25, Kian Arroyo, who catches it, and he's wrapped up by Miles McLaughlin. Also number 24 on the play for the Redskins, Logan Taylor, as the Redskins defense is flying to the football right now.
So to bring up a 4th and 14 here for Lakeland. Curious to see what they're going to do here. Down 28-14 with 6:53 left in the second quarter. The last time they were in 4th and long, it's 4th and 10, and they were actually able to find Owen Troyer in that first quarter for a score. So, again, Coach O'Shea here looks like he's going to let the play clock run down and maybe use this last time out.
Yeah, that's exactly what he is going to do, as this first half has been taken literally play by play. Each coach wants to get the most out of each play, as it is sectionals, the first round, and this is our first taste of playoff football this season. As Mark's Body Shop in Knox is proud to be part of the broadcast this evening. If you ever need collision repair or semi and RV repairs, contact Mark at 574-772-7003. Well, Chris, as we get ready to see the last 6 minutes here, what do you think Lakeland's talking things over with right now?
Trying to come up with their best play to get 15 yards and a first down and move the sticks. Because right now, defensively, they have not been able to find an answer for this Knox Redskin rushing attack. They did a good job in that very first possession, forcing the 3-and-out. But since then, Knox has been able to do whatever they've wanted to do on the ground against this Laker defense.
28-14 is the score. The Redskins lead. The Lakers here on 4th and 15, Chris. They need something here, as they are going for it. Looks like they're going to line up in the pistol. The pistol. It looks like that's a freshman quarterback, Braden Holbrook, who takes the snap and fake hands off. He throws and fires over to the left side immediately, and it's batted out of the air by Cohen Watson. It'll be a turnover on downs with 6:20 to go in the half.
Take over.
Yeah, big play there by Cohen Watson, doing a good job of knocking that pass down. So Lakeland here definitely has to have a stop on this drive to keep themselves in this ball game.
I would agree, and they've given the ball back to the Redskins in a really good spot for the Redskins here. They're going to have to get a stop here. I agree with Chris on that, but if you're following the Redskins and rooting them on, they are looking like they are full head of steam wanting to score once again here. So we'll see what happens as the ball is on Knox's 44-yard line. Watson takes the snap. He hands off to Conroy. He's fighting for a few yards before he's tackled at about the 48-yard line, maybe 4 yards on the carry.
Yeah, did a good job of covering that ball up because Lakeland's looking to strip that ball there. So, again, pick up a 4 yards on first down, and Knox doing a very good job of staying ahead of the sticks.
2nd and 6 for the Redskins as they break the huddle. 28-14. Redskins in control of this matchup right now. Senior quarterback Cohen Watson from shotgun takes the snap. He hands off to Miles McLaughlin immediately. Miles using that hole by the offensive line that they gave him, and he gets his way up close to the first down as he crosses over into Lakeland territory. I don't know where they're going to spot this. It looks like it may be 3rd and short here.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd and short 2. Again, Lakeland, you put yourself in a position to be able to get off the field defensively. Now you just have to execute.
All right. Watson ready to take this one. He takes the snap. He fake hands off. He keeps it himself and runs up the middle and dives forward to get the first down, and he's going to get it as it's down on the 44-yard line. No, they're going to spot it at the 45 in Lakeland territory. First down for the Redskins as the clock just ticked under 5 minutes to go here in the first half. 28-14, the Redskins lead by 2 scores as the Lakeland Lakers have had 2 good scores as well. It's been a back-and-forth affair. Those two big running plays from Knox, though, have that lead in hand right now. As Watson takes the snap under center, he hands off to the right side. That's Xavier Roman, who's going to fly over. He crosses the 30, the 25, 20, the 15, 10, 5. That's another Knox Redskin touchdown. Senior Xavier Roman.
Yeah, and the jet sweep there, Lakeland had success on the first time Knox ran that play on that opening drive, but Knox doing a very good job of creating that alley, and Xavier Roman putting his right foot in the ground and getting north and able to put the ball in the end zone there for the Redskins from 4 or 5 yards out.
Well, the Redskins have 3 rushing attack, 4 if you include Watson. It's unbelievable, and you pull Xavier Roman out there, and he just flies over to the right sideline and gets the touchdown as Watson's going to take the snap for the 2-point conversion, fake handoff, and keeping himself up the middle, and he's going to get the 2-point conversion. It is 36-14 here in Knox with 4:26 to go in the first half. Wow. A lot has transpired here in the last few minutes as I have a score update for the West Central Caston game. With 7:30 to go in the third quarter, West Central leads 14-0. So a difficult way to end the first half here for the Lakeland Lakers is they just can't quite stop that running offense. They've been able to put a couple of good drives together to get those 14 points on the board, but this first half is just creeping by for them right now as they are hoping to use these last 4.5 minutes to their advantage. But the way things have gone, the Redskin defense has really showed up here in the last few drives. We'll see what happens as Jake Conroy for the Knox Redskins set to kick this one away into Lakeland territory. Jake Conroy, and the kick is up and away. It's deep, and it's going to go all the way back to number 25, Kian Arroyo, who brings it back up to about the 25 to 30. He's tackled at about the 28-yard line. A Redskin came flying in. And that was number 9, Rowan Jordan for the Redskins on the tackle. Logan Taylor or Rowan Jordan, one of the two got him as came flying in to tackle him at about the 28-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Lakers.
Again, it's a 3-possession game now. If you're Lakeland, you have 4 minutes, 19 seconds left. You got no timeouts. But again, you're able to punch one in here, take a lot of time off the clock. You get the ball to start the second half. So again, you can find yourself right back in this football game by executing here offensively.
So, Braden Holbrook in shotgun for the Lakers. He's alone, takes the snap, he's looking to throw. Redskins were all after him. It was a blitz on that play as his intended target. He got the throw away to Carson Mickham, but it went right through the hands and dropped. I have a score update from the boss, Tony Ross, in LaVille, 48-0 over Whiting with 3 minutes left in the second quarter. It's a blowout there on Max 98.3. We appreciate you joining us here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. If you're just joining us from Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WYMR, hello. We are here at the Knox Redskin versus Lakeland Lakers game. It's 36-14 with 4 minutes to go as the Redskins lead here. It's 2nd and 10 for the Lakeland Lakers. Ball on their own 28-yard line. Holbrook takes the snap. He fires over to the left side, and he's got his intended target, Owen Troyer, who's going to get a huge touchdown all the way from the 28-yard line. Huge touchdown pass play for the Lakers as they strike again. It's 36-20 here at Community Field.
Yeah, big pass play there by the Lakeland Lakers. Owen Troyer just running a fade route there and was able to get behind Cohen Watson of the Redskins and a big score for the Lakers, and that gets them right back into this game.
Boy, that halftime interview from either coach is going to be interesting as both teams are just giving their all right now. And other than those two crazy scores by the Knox Redskins. Really, the Lakeland Lakers are in this game as the kick for the extra point by Carson Mickham is up and away and good. He's got the leg for it. It's 36-21 with 4 minutes to go here in the first half.
So again, now if you're Lakeland, you got to figure out some way, somehow. We've said it before. I'm starting to sound like a broken record. You got to figure out a way to get off the field defensively.
So the Knox Redskins going over some things right now to see what they can do here with the last 4 minutes. That only took 15 seconds off the clock, Chris. They didn't have the ball very long at all.
Yeah, both these offenses are big play offenses. So, again, a costly turnover by the Redskins, or Lakeland's able to figure out some way to get a stop, and the momentum in this game could shift toward the Lakeland Lakers big time if they can figure something out defensively.
So number 11, Carson Mickham set to kick this one away. He's a sophomore. A left-footed kicker. You don't see many of those. Mickham kicks away, and it's deep. It's going to be Xavier Roman to return this from his own 10-yard line. He's running straight up the middle, full head of steam, and he almost broke a couple of tackles. He's got a little pep in his step tonight as he's tackled at about the 43-yard line as the Redskins enter the field with 4 minutes to go here in the first half.
Yeah, great return there. I thought the advantage point he was going to take that to the house.
I kind of did too. I really did.
But again, give Lakeland credit. Stayed in their lanes and was able to bring him down. And Knox with excellent field position here to start this drive, up 36-21 here with 4 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Well, you can assume Knox will try to score here as Cohen Watson from shotgun takes the snap and hands off. That's Miles McLaughlin up the middle, and he breaks away again. He crosses the 50-yard line to the 40 to the 35, 30, and he's tackled. Wow, big-time play by the freshman Miles McLaughlin as it took two Lakers to bring him down. Ball spotted on the Lakers' 30-yard line. This Knox Redskin offense just doesn't have any quit in them. I guess it wasn't very impressive to you, huh, Chris? All right.
Well, no, I mean, it's just I was a little disappointed he didn't take it to the house.
Watson from shotgun takes the snap. He hands off to Jake Conroy up the middle. He cuts back to the right side. Now he gets to the 25-20, the 15. He's trying to stave off some Lakers. Oh, my gosh. I couldn't even come up with the words there, Chris. Jake Conroy with a big-time first down run as he was tackled at about the – I didn't even see where he was tackled out of bounds. It looks like they're going to spot this at about the 6-yard line, Chris.
Yeah, first and goal from the 6. And again, Lakeland, at this point, you almost wonder if you just don't let Knox score and keep yourself about 3 minutes to go right before halftime for you to punch another one in.
I guess I wouldn't have even thought of that. I guess that's something. Yeah, you're right. I wouldn't even have thought to do that. As we'll see what they do here. Cohen Watson takes the snap and hands off to Miles McLaughlin to the right side, and he's tackled at about the 4-yard line. Yeah, that's an interesting tactic there, Chris. You might be right. That might be actually a good idea for the Lakers. If they get the ball back with plenty of time, they could maybe punch one in. I guess the ultimate goal would be the hope to stop.
Yeah, the ultimate goal is to get a stop, but you haven't been able to stop all night.
Yeah.
So might as well give yourself as much time on offense to be able to score yourself and get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, I like that idea. We'll see what happens here as Cohen Watson takes the snap, fake, hands off, keeps it himself, and waltzes himself right in for the touchdown. It's another Cohen Watson touchdown as the Knox Redskins lead 42-21 with 2:26 to go here in the first half. Boy, there's so much scoring going on right now, and we are just in the first half.
Now, this 2-point conversion here for the Redskins is really inconsequential because whether they get it or don't get it, it's still a 3-possession game.
So they're going for 2. Watson takes the snap, he hands off to Miles McLaughlin, who's going to get the 2-point conversion as it'll be 44-21 here at Community Field. First round of sectionals, and it looks like it's all Knox Redskins right now, as the Lakeland Lakers are going to have a big feat to overcome here at the last few minutes of the first half going into the second.
But again, you have the 2:26, no timeouts. You've got a quarterback that has really shown some savvy here tonight and has been able to throw the ball with some finesse and been able to put the ball on a dime. So again, cannot stress enough how important it is that Lakeland gets the ball to start the second half. If you can come away with some points on this drive and then get the ball to start the second half and come away with some points again, you're one defensive stop from having a chance to tie this game up.
We've got a score update. The Cast and Comets were able to get a score. It's 14-6 with 3:30 to go in the third as the West Central Trojans are still leading that game, but a much tighter affair than we had anticipated, that's for sure. Jake Conroy set to kick this one away for the Redskins. As he does, it's up and away. It's going to be returned by number 25, Kian Arroyo, at about the 7-yard line, I think. He gets cut back up to about the 24 before he gets out of bounds. It'll be first down for the Lakers as they've got 2 minutes and 19 seconds to play with, see what they can come up with here. They're going to need a score badly.
Another score update from Culver Community. It is now in the second quarter with Culver up 36-0.
Wow.
Over North Newton.
Well, good for the Cavs, 36-0. I'm sure Mike Zahner's very happy about that score. You know, with 2 minutes to go here, Chris, and the Lakers get the ball at the second half, this is exactly where you want to score if you're the Lakers, to get the ball back to start the third quarter and hopefully score again. Like you said, steal these possessions late in the half. Let's see what happens. Braden Holbrook in the pistol, takes the snap, hands off. That's Malivon to the right side, trucks forward as he barreled over Jake Conroy, and he gets to about the 33-yard line, as I'm not sure what they're saying on the field.
Said he was down. The ball came out late, but he was definitely down when the ball came loose. So a good run there on first down for the Lakers.
Ball spotted at the 33. Braden Holbrook with the clock continuing to roll. Under 2 minutes. Takes the snap. He fires over to his left side. It's hanging in the air, and it'll be intercepted by the Redskins. That is intercepted by number 12, Cohen Watson, for the Redskins, as they finally understood that pass play that has let the Lakeland Lakers score 2 times this evening. They were expecting that pass play, Chris.
Yeah, again, Cohen Watson doing a good job of staying deeper than the deepest. And, again, just a wheel route there by the inside receiver for Lakeland. And Watson was Johnny on the spot and was able to come down with the interception.
So it'll be Knox ball on their own 40-yard line. What would you do in this situation, Chris? Would you try to go ahead and get another score, or what do you think they're going to do here?
Well, yeah, Lakeland hasn't been able to stop you all night, so why not?
Watson under center takes a snap. He hands off to Xavier Roman on the left side, and he may have a yard or two before he's tackled by number 1, Owen Troyer. A big-time tackle for him. I'd say if Xavier Roman broke that one, it was going to be another big run play.
Yeah, Owen Troyer's not there to bring Xavier Roman down. He's now crossing the goal line. But, again, Knox going to go no huddle here with a minute 20 left to go in the second quarter.
Watson under center. Takes the snap. Hands off to Miles McLaughlin. That's up the middle, and he spins around forward trying to get the first down as he's going to be down at about the 48-yard line as it'll be third down, 3rd and 2 here for the Redskins. As Watson from shotgun, he's got Jake Conroy on his left hip. He takes the snap and hands off to Conroy, who gets across to the first down and more. He's still on his feet as he's trying to stay, but they are going to call the ball dead as several players surrounded him on the Lakeland side. But that moves the chains for the Redskins, and they are in Lakeland territory now. Ball on the 47-yard line.
Knox still with one timeout, so 40 seconds left to go in the second quarter.
Watson from shotgun. He's alone. Takes the snap. He's looking to throw. Fires down the middle. It's going to be intended for Miles McLaughlin, but overthrown as it will be second down with 30 seconds. That stops the clock. 30 seconds to go here in the first half.
Yeah, had Miles McLaughlin there, and actually an incidental contact there. Feet got tangled up. The defender for Lakeland there, Brandon Miller, doing a good job of looking back at the ball, and feet just got tangled up there. So a good no call by the back judge there.
Cohen Watson from shotgun takes the snap, hands off to Jake Conroy, who then hands off again to Xavier Roman, and he dropped the handoff, but he recovered it. Luckily, it's going to be a loss on downs there.
Yeah, looking to run a reverse there, and Xavier Roman never got the handoff, so a big loss there on first down. So the question here is, if there was a flag on the play, a procedure penalty, so did the play actually count?
Well, I think that's what they're trying to figure out up here at the booth as well, Chris. We're not real sure what the official call is here. We're waiting on the official in the white hat here, and he is giving the signal. And they will decline. It looks like Lakeland will decline the penalty.
Yeah, take the result of the play. So the clock should start here. Should be winding, and there he goes, winding the clock.
Yep,
So
and the
third
clock
and
starts.
forever for the Redskins.
Watson takes the snap. He hands off. That's Miles. No. That is Jake Conroy on the carry as that gets to about the 47-yard line, as that will be the end of the first half. 44-21, the Knox Redskins lead the Lakeland Lakers. As what a first half for both teams. Quite a busy first half for Chris and I. A lot to dissect here in the halftime show. Has a lot of scoring, both from the Lakeland Lakers and the Knox Redskins.
It's like I was trying to catch a word with Coach Radke when he comes back out of the locker room there, doing some coaching there with Cohen Watson there. So we'll try to catch a word with Coach Radke when he comes back out onto the field after halftime.
Yeah, no problem, Chris. We appreciate that. As we're going to take a break and get ready for the Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning halftime show. I'm Mitch Columbia. Along with me is sports analyst Chris McGowan. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
BP gasoline with Invigorate helps clean your engine and can give you more miles per tank. Continuous use may result in the following pleasant side effects: excessive smiling, feeling more relaxed, taking more drives just because, volunteering for carpool twice in a row, and bragging to your friends about how you use our best fuel ever. To find out if BP gasoline with Invigorate is right for you, stop by your local station to discover our best fuel ever. Versus minimum detergent gas. Average restored 3 to 5 miles per tank based on fleet testing and based on what you drive and how you drive.
High school sports brought to you by Zingo Express.
Rick Rab, 5-star in the Knox Mall. I love talking to Rick Rab because he's nothing but savings.
Meat leads the way again, Tony. Get ready. U.S. government-inspected boneless New York strip steak in a family pack, $4.77 a pound. Pep's Draft House Premium Frozen Pizza. It's taken over as the best pizza, 5-star, 18 to 31 ounce assorted varieties, $5.99. Red, green, or black seedless grapes, $1.79 a pound. It's at 5-star.
In the Knox Mall.
Welcome to Marion University's newest location, Ancilla College of Marion University. Marion's newest campus location in Plymouth is your home for an on-campus college experience. From living in the dorms to being a collegiate student-athlete, Marion University is ranked 3rd most innovative Midwest university by U.S. News and World Report. For more information about our 2- or 4-year degrees, go to www.marion.edu/Ancilla. That's www.marion.edu/Ancilla.
Welcome to the Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Halftime Show on K99.3 FM. Here's Mitch Columbi.
Welcome back to Community Field here in Knox, Indiana, as the Knox Redskins lead the Lakeland Lakers 44-21. We're so glad you're joining us here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI as we join our sports analyst, Chris McGowan, down on the sidelines at about the 34-yard line. Chris, a lot to talk about that first half. Boy, a lot of scoring on both sides of the ball. What do you expect to see from both teams here in the second half?
Well, obviously the biggest adjustment has to be on the defensive side of the ball for both teams. 65 points scored in that first half. That 24 minutes seems like it took for forever. But, again, defensively, somebody has to make an adjustment. Lakeland, you have to figure out a way to get Knox out of their running game. And if you're Knox, you got to figure out how to get Lakeland to run the ball. So, again, I would love to hear right now what's being said on the defensive side of the ball for both of these teams.
Absolutely, and Lakeland, they were not short of having a spectacular first half. Those pass plays that they were able to convert into touchdowns really made the Knox Redskin defense really hone in on that left side pass where they have 3 of the wide receivers out to the left side. It creates a lot of confusion for the Redskins. That was something that they were practicing yesterday in practice when I stopped by to say hello for a little bit. It's just a little confusing when you've got 3 wide receivers over there on one side. It's kind of hard for the defense to pick which one to run with, as it can be tough, I'm sure. But they really did a good job there at the last play towards the end of the second half there for the Redskins on defense, making sure that big-time pass play that's been working for the Lakeland Lakers doesn't happen, Chris.
Yeah, look, Knox actually went to a zone coverage there on that interception. So, it can get confusing when you man up, especially if there are a bunch of trips and you're trying to get through and whether or not you're going to banjo it or not banjo it. And, go ahead, throw in a little bit of zone there. That way, all you got to do as a defender then is drop to your landmark and stay deeper than the defense. And that's exactly what happened there on the interception. Colin Watson dropped back to his third of the field and was able to step in front of that pass and pick it off.
Well, Chris, I've got an old friend of ours, Nathan Welter, up here. He had a few moments to step away from the PA duties. Nate, how you doing?
I'm doing really well, especially considering the kind of offensive numbers that we're seeing being put up between these two teams combined. I was just talking with Tim Knowlton, Knox's statistician, and around 700 yards of total offense between these two teams. And for me, this is Christmas come early. It's a lot of fun to watch. Now, for the coaches, from a defensive standpoint, they're pulling their hair out right now because it is big play after big play. I'm very impressed with the overall discipline between these two offenses.
Yeah, Chris, you have something to respond to that?
Yeah, all you got to do is, if you want to look at what being a defensive coach would do to you, all you got to do is just take a look at me.
Well, and here's my question for you, Chris. Being a guy with a defensive mind, what would you say for the Knox Redskins has been their biggest hiccup as far as their overall defensive play goes? I mean, you've given up 21 points, but you've scored 44. Still 21 points and a half for the Redskins. That's got to be pretty frustrating. What are some of the adjustments they need to make?
Well, I before you got on the headset there, I was talking about I'd like to see Knox play a little bit more zone in the secondary. Right now, they're trying to match up athlete for athlete. Cohen Watson has been going wherever Troyer's been on the field. So if you look at their secondary, they're matching up man to man. But the interception that Watson had there right before halftime, Knox actually went to a zone, and so he was able to drop back to his third of the field and survey it, kept everything in front of him, read the quarterback, and was able to step in front of it and pick it off. So if I'm Knox, mix it up a little bit. Play some man-to-man, disguise your man-to-man, and drop back into zone coverage. So that's the adjustment I make.
Well, I don't think it could go understated. I know you had a chance to see it as well. That Lakeland quarterback for a freshman, boy, he does not look like a freshman out there.
No, he has a serious arm, and his decision-making is going to do nothing but improve over the course of the years and really over the course of the next 2 quarters as well. So,
it's crazy.
We're seeing a heck of a quarterback in the making for the Lakeland Lakers. It's good that the Redskins are playing him as a freshman now.
I know, right?
Well, he's going to be tough.
I mean, it's just crazy to think, guys, that he was in 8th grade middle school just a few months ago.
Yeah,
and now he's out here slinging the football. He's got 21 points on the board in the first half.
Now, on the flip side of that, we can say these same types of things for Miles McLaughlin for the Knox Redskins, because I believe he's starting to knock on the door for a school record for rushing yards in a game. So he had an incredible first half.
3 touchdowns, didn't he?
3 touchdowns. And again, this is another kid. Few months back, he was an 8th grader. So, we're seeing some extremely great young talent for both of these teams. But for the Redskins, 44 points on the board in the first 2 quarters, you have to be excited.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate your time, Nathan. Always love having you on the broadcast. I understand you had to do the PA announcing for Knox, your home school this year, but whenever we get a chance to have you on the broadcast, you're always welcome.
Hey, anytime I get to see offensive football like this, I'm a happy guy. Thanks for having me on, Mitch. Good talking with you, Chris.
All right, we're going to take a break.
You too.
All right, we're going to take a break and come back. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to the Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Halftime Show on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Since 1936, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning have always taken pride in doing the job right. Third-generation owner Brian Hammond and his family have always set the standard when it comes to taking care of all your heating and cooling needs. Making your home a comfortable home is the absolute top priority. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give them a call at 574-936-4660. Follow them on Facebook. Let Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning help you take control of your comfort.
Collins Insurance Agency in Knox has done it again. They have earned the distinction of preferred agency partner from the Western Reserve Insurance Company.
Can't touch this.
So what does that mean for you? Collins Insurance Agency provides themselves in taking care of its community. That means providing the best insurance that keeps you and your family safe in a time of need. And with this honor, Collins Insurance Agency looks forward to providing Stark and surrounding counties the best customer service you and your family deserve. Collins Insurance Agency in Knox, living the golden rule by treating you like family.
Welcome back to Community Field here in Knox, Indiana, as the Knox Redskins lead the Lakeland Lakers 44-21. I'm Mitch Columbia along with Chris McGowan. We had a moment to talk with PA announcer Nathan Welter here at Knox Redskins. We're so glad to have a chance to chat with him. Of course, it's been a few weeks since we had a chance to catch up with our old friend, as the Knox Redskins have had a heck of a season to end the year. They won the last 3 in a row against Pioneer, Triton, and Caston. Their last loss came against LaVille a month ago on September 23rd. We catch up with LaVille, the boss and Tony Ross and crew on Max 98.3. That's Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WYMR. They are in their half right now. The Ville game is 48-0 over the Whiting Oilers, Chris. Are you surprised?
No, because I told you in the pregame that it's going to be whatever Laville wants to score. And it sounds like they're sending a message to the Andrean 59ers who they would play in the second round. And, that's going to be the matchup in the second round for sure, because a lot of people have Andrean and Laville, the winner of that game, representing the North at the state championship game.
Well, we remind you and also invite you to jump back and forth between Max 98.3 and us at K99.3 FM, as we are doing everything we can to keep you up to date in this area, as KVB Sports has got you covered. Well, Chris, we talked a little bit about what the Knox Redskins need to do here coming into the second half. Now let's flip it over. What do you think the Lakeland Lakers need to really do here to start the second half? Of course, they're going to get the ball first.
The first thing you got to do is take the ball and actually put some points on the board, get yourself back into this game. But again, defensively, you got to do something against this running attack for the Knox Redskins. It's going to be a long night because right now, anything Knox wants to do on the ground, they're able to do. And that's a helpless feeling as a defensive coordinator, I can tell you.
You're listening to the Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Halftime Show. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give third-generation owner Brian Hammond a call at 574-936-4660, serving the local area since 1936. We're going to take our final break and come back and get you ready for third quarter action here in Knox, Indiana, as the Knox Redskins lead the Lakeland Lakers 44-21. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Coke knows there's nothing better than the beat of the summer. The beat begins in a simple and mellow place, from low-key to hyped up. So we're helping you and your friends drink it all in with 100 days of the artist's experiences, tracks, and concerts with the best names in music, all at Coke Studio. Drink, scan, and enjoy your Coke, so you never miss out on all the amazing offers we're dropping this summer.
Stay tuned for more in-game action with Mitch Columbi and Chris McGowan on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Culver's Portside Marina handles all water recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has it in stock. From sampan, aqua patio, and sweetwater pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver Portside Marina can help. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 842-5000. Culver Portside Marina.
And we're back here at Community Field in Knox, Indiana, as the Knox Redskins lead 44-21 over the Lakeland Lakers, as both teams are entering the field, getting warmed up for the second half. We thank our in-game producer, Marilla Schaefer, who is back at KVB headquarters, making sure we are broadcasting out to you live. And might I say, she is doing a fantastic job, as always. We appreciate her help and all that she does here for Kankakee Valley Broadcasting. Well, we are getting ready for third quarter action, as we are under a minute to go here to start the third quarter. We remind you that the on-field PA announcer tonight is Nathan Welter. The clock operator tonight is Dusty Minix. The play clock operator tonight is Ron Kakula. And tonight's statistician is Knox's Tim Knowlton. Our officials for this evening are Jason Schubert, Mark Terry Sr., George Plesick, Charles Breitenfeld, and Mark Angelo Terry. Our sideline reporter getting all the access down on the field tonight is KVB sports analyst Chris McGowan, as he's standing at about the 47-yard line. Chris, looking good right in the middle of that K for Knox. As I'm glad we got to see that big K painted. The athletic director, Richard Warren, told me a few weeks ago when they got that K in the middle of the field, and boy, it just really does complete the whole look out there, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's something that's been a staple here at Knox for the longest time, the big block K at the 50-yard line. So, again, I'm going to try to get a word in here. I see Coach Redke coming out from behind the bleachers here. See if I can catch a word with him here coming out of halftime.
Yeah, well, we appreciate everything that Russ Radke has done, giving us the time to be able to talk to him. Hopefully we'll get a couple of words to see what he had to say to his team, as we'll await Chris to get over to him, as Chris is doing all his steps tonight. And down on the sidelines is Chris McGowan with head coach Russ Radke. Chris.
All right, Coach, you definitely got the running game going there in that first half. What adjustments are you going to make in that secondary to stop this passing attack?
Well, I think we just got to be a little bit more comprehensive of what their patterns are. You know, I mean, if they're going to go with the fade, then we have to stay back like we did to intercept that ball right there. If they want to dig nickel and dime us, you know, they're going to have to do that. We'll be able to shut them down coming up. So I think our aggressiveness is going to do a much better job second half.
All right, Coach, good luck second half.
All right, that's head coach Russ Radke with sports analyst Chris McGowan down on the sidelines, giving you a glimpse of all the access here of what's going on, and Russ Radke giving us his idea of what they want to do here in the second half. And just like he said, hey, if they're going to nickel and dime us, then we're going to have this answer for you. So we'll see what happens here in the second half. It didn't sound like a coach that's up almost 23 points. So that just shows you the attention to detail that Russ Radke has for him and his players, as well as the rest of the coaching staff. And, boy, we will see what happens, as it looks like Knox is probably going to put their foot down a little bit more here, Chris, just from hearing what head coach Russ Radke had to say.
Well, yeah, I mean, he understands how much potential this Lakeland offense has, and their ability to put points on the board quick. With a quick strike offense through the air. So, again, if you're not, you definitely don't want to take your foot off the accelerator. You want to keep it down, and hopefully, you make the proper adjustments in the secondary, and you come away with a couple of stops. You put a couple more scores on the board, and you try to get this maybe to a running clock here in the second half.
Knox is set to kick this one away, as our second half kickoff is brought to you by Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack in Winnemac. We also appreciate them being our sponsor for the Tyler Roth WKVI Athlete of the Week, given every week on the Saturday Sports Line. That's the longest running high school sports show in Indiana. We will be there bright and early in the morning at 8 a.m. Central, 8 to 10. Join us then on K99.3 and WKVI.com throughout the world. Jake Conroy for the Knox Redskins, set to kick this one away into Lakeland territory, as the Lakers are going to show us what that halftime speech was all about. We'll see if they've got some energy in them to see if they can get things going here. As the kick is up and away, it'll be returned by number 25, Kian Arroyo, and he cuts back over to the right side and out of the 25, and he gets to about the 30-yard line before he's brought down by a couple of Redskins. One that comes to mind is number 44, Dominique Triska, one of the Redskins, a sophomore.
I tell you what, I was not able to get a word of Coach O'Shea there for Lakeland, but I did notice on his way out to the field, he stopped by his dad and his grandpa, two Hall of Fame coaches in their own right. So getting a word of encouragement from those two guys has got to be very helpful.
Yeah, a lot of years and experience he's learning from them, as Braden Holbrook takes the snap and fires over to the left side. His intended target was number 11, Carson Mickham, but Mickham wasn't watching, and the ball just sails past and hits the ground. It'll be second down for the Lakers.
Yeah, not on the same page there. Holbrook was throwing the out. Mickham had turned the out into a chair route there, and out and up, and just not on the same page there, and lucky that wasn't intercepted by Watson.
So it'll be second and 10 as we are at 11:40 to go here in the third quarter. 44-21, the Redskins lead Lakeland. Ball on their own 31-yard line. Braden Holbrook from shotgun takes the snap. He's looking to throw out to his left side. He has to roll. Now he fires. That's Carson Mickham who gets the catch, and he's tackled at about the 34-yard line, maybe 3 or 4 on the completion there.
And there you look, Lakeland, like Coach Radke's saying, nickel and dime on the field. So third and about 8 here for the Lakers. And so let's see what adjustments Knox has made here on third and long in the secondary.
So it'll be 3rd and 8 for the Lakers. They need something here as Braden Holbrook's in the shotgun. That's Malivon on his hip. Cameron Malivon, the running back, leading rusher for the team. Holbrook takes the snap. He fires immediately. That's a throw pass. It's number 25 on the reception, Kian Arroyo, who's going to complete the catch and get up to about the 44-yard line, moving the chains before he's tackled by a couple of Redskins.
Yeah, good hands there by the freshman, and a good job of getting his foot in the ground and getting south there on the community field and picking up the first down. Broke a tackle there to pick up that first down. So fresh set of downs here for Lakeland in this opening drive to start the second half.
So 1st and 10. Ball on their own 44-yard line. Holbrook takes the snap from shotgun. He fires out to the left side. His intended target was Carson Mickham, but he overthrew it as it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, Lakeland there just running a flood concept there to the wide side of the field. And I think that's one, if Holcomb had it back, or Holbrook had it back, he would be able to complete that. I think that's a throw that he can make probably in his sleep.
A score update from West Central Athletic Director Jeff Messer with 3:20 to go here in the game. West Central leads Caston 28-6. It looks like they are going to win their first-round sectional matchup, Chris.
Yeah, broke that open late there. That was a lot tighter game for a very long time.
Holbrook from shotgun takes the snap. He hands off immediately to Carson Mickham, and he gets nowhere as 3 or 4 Redskins were all over that one. One that comes to mind was 61 on the play. Brandon Manuel, the senior for the Redskins.
Yeah, and Logan Taylor there doing a good job of cleaning it up. Brandon Manuel did a good job of taking on the lead block and stuffing it, and Logan Taylor cleaning up what was left. So a big loss there on 2nd down. So 3rd and 15 here for Lakeland on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, another 3rd down for the Lakers. They need to make something happen here. They've had a couple of 3rd down plays converted throughout this game, but it's just been a fight from behind type of night for the Lakers. 3rd and 16, and there's going to be a timeout by Lakeland as they want to use their first timeout of the second half, first of 3. And they are going to want to talk this over, Chris. What do you think they are thinking?
Well, right there, that was just a safe 5 yards because the play clock was running down. And as the kids turned to jog off the field over the sideline, Coach O'Shea patted himself on the chest saying, "That's my bad." So, again, I think he already has a play in mind that he's going to run. So, again, just going to communicate here, make sure everybody knows their assignment, knows what route they're running, and hopefully execute. You need 15 yards here or 16 yards. Hopefully execute something that gets you 17.
Well, like we've talked all night, it's that type of game when it's a win-or-go-home opportunity. You've got to take each play literally down to the wire. You've really got to pick your points throughout the game to be able to strike. A timeout like this could help the team get a score here. You never know what could happen as the Redskins defense was already out there. They're ready to go. The Lakeland just wanted to talk this one over a little bit longer, and they are out on the field ready to go here as it's 3rd and 16, 44-21, the Redskins lead. Lakers on offense. Holbrook takes the snap from shotgun. He fires over to the left side. His intended target is Owen Troyer, and he almost had it, but it was dropped. Good coverage by number 24 for the Redskins, Logan Taylor. Good defense by Logan Taylor, the junior, on that.
Actually, that was Landon Cole, 84, the senior.
Oh, 84.
Doing a good job of knocking that ball loose there, too. Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Chris. I appreciate it.
So
that's why we have him down there, folks.
Lakeland here. Lakeland's going to punt here.
So Lakeland's forced to punt in their own territory, as it looks like Xavier Roman and Jake Conroy are deep to return this one for the Redskins as the punt is up and away and bounces at about the 32-yard line where the Lakers touch it. And that's where the Redskins will take over with 9:22 to go here in the 3rd quarter. We had an update from the boss, Tony Ross, in LaVille, 48-0 at the half, as it looks like LaVille's going to run away with that one for their first round matchup We haven't had a chance to get an update on the North Judson San Pierre game. I'll work on that here in the next few minutes as the Redskins are up and ready to start their drive, their first drive in the third quarter on offense. 1st and 10. Ball on their own 32-yard line. Cohen Watson from shotgun takes the snap. He hands up to Jake Conroy, who's got a lot of space and crosses the 50-yard line, the 40, the 35-30, 25-20, 15-10-5. It's Jake Conroy with another Redskin touchdown. Huge run play for the Redskins, and the Lakers just can't quite stop the middle as it's 50-21 here at Community Field.
Yeah, just like that, the exact start that Knox wanted here in the second half. So again, 50-21, 9:09 left to go in the third quarter. Knox again going to line up to go for 2.
A lot of game to play and scoring 50 points up to this point with 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. That's a lot of scoring. As they're going to go for 2. Cohen Watson from the shotgun. He's got Miles McLaughlin on his left hip as he takes the snap and strolls himself in there. It looked like a nice Sunday stroll, Chris. He's just hanging out, having a good time. Another 2-point conversion completed by the Knox Redskins. It's 52-21.
And just like that, again, Knox gave up the one first down there in that opening drive to Lakeland, but buckled down there on the second set of downs. And again, it's the adjustments that were made at halftime obviously didn't come to fruition there for the Lakeland Lakers because on the very first snap of the offense there for Knox, Conroy takes it to the house and puts Knox up 31 now with 9:09 left to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, you look across the field, and Lakeland faithful showed up in full force tonight to cheer on their Lakeland Lakers, and you're exactly right, Chris. This second half start did not come to fruition the way they wanted or the way they had hoped. It is a 31-point lead right now. It's going to take a lot of offense, a lot of offensive power from these Lakers to get back into this game, and the Redskins are just rolling forward as they have had quite the last few weeks here, really the whole season. And like you said, Chris, they are just 2 plays away from only losing 1 game all year. So Jake Conroy
I have a
set
score update from Culver.
Conroy
from
kicks it
Culver
away.
Culver 43.
So what was the update, Chris?
Culver 43, North Newton 0 in the third quarter.
Okay, well, it looks like the Culver Cavs are just rolling right along as the Knox Redskins kicked away to the Lakeland Lakers, and they returned it up to about the 37-yard line before they were tackled by a Redskin, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Lakers. 9 minutes to go here in the third quarter as Braden Holbrook takes the snap and hands off to Cameron Malivon. Over to the right side, there's a flag on the play, but he keeps on rolling as he gets tackled at about the 42-yard line. One of the Redskins I saw on the play was number 14, Alex Wackel.
This play's going to be coming back. There's going to be a hold on Lakeland here. Owen Troyer got his hands outside the shoulder pads there and got caught. So holding there, and that's going to negate that nice run there by Lakeland.
Well, and we have a final.
I have another score update.
Probably the same one as I do. Go ahead.
Actually, this is from Pioneer.
Oh.
Triton up 42-6 over Pioneer.
Well, it just
in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it just has not been a Pioneer year, Chris. But, you know, like we've talked before, Pioneer's had enough good years that one bad isn't going to hurt them. So we'll see what happens as time moves on. As Holbrooks from shotgun, he takes the snap and fires immediately out to Malivon over to the left side, and he rolls forward as he gets up to about the 32-yard line as the flag on the play from the previous play moved them way back. So now it'll be 2nd and 12 for the Lakers as my score update I had was the final. West Central moves on to the second round of sectionals as they beat the Caston Comets 28-6. A big shout out to Jeff Messer, the athletic director from West Central, for sending me those scores. I appreciate you, Jeff. As here in Knox, it's 52-21. The Redskins lead the Lakeland Lakers as Braden Holbrook takes the snap. He's looking to throw. He's got time now. He's got a Redskin after him, and he throws out to the right side to Owen Troyer, but it was broken up by number 2, Miles McLaughlin, who is having a heck of a ball game tonight, Chris.
Yeah, did a good job of knocking that ball down. I actually thought the break he made, I actually thought he was going to step in front and actually take that to the house. So good job of getting in front of that and knocking it down. So 3rd and 12 here for Lakeland. I have a final John Glenn 24, Fairfield 7.
So John Glenn moves on to round 2 as they beat their, who'd you say they were playing, Chris?
Fairfield.
So big win for John Glenn as they move on. But here in Knox, this game is still underway. 52-21 is the Redskins lead, and it looks like another timeout by Lakeland. They use their second of 3 here in the second half.
Yeah, again, play clock running down there, and just trying to save 5 yards there with it being 3rd and 12.
So
tell you what, just going through the scores here on Max Preps, Hanover Central, who I believe is undefeated, is taking on the Rensselaer Central Bombers, and Coach Meeks. At halftime, Rensselaer Central 10, Hanover Central 7. So Rensselaer up 10-7 at halftime over an undefeated Hanover Central team.
Wow. You know, like we talked in the Saturday Sports Line, records kind of go out the window when it's this time of the year, and it's win or go home tonight for all high school teams in Indiana as the first round of sectionals throughout the state wipes out a lot of teams in just the first week. 3rd and 12 for the Lakers. Holbrook takes the snap. He rolls out to his right. He's looking to throw. He does immediately, and he's caught. But no, the official says it's no good, and it hit the ground. His intended target was number 8, Levi Cook. But no, the ball hit the ground. It'll be 4th down for the Lakers.
12 Lakers.
Yeah, that ball skipped up to the receiver there. Just left that a little bit short. And so Lakeland here are going to have to punt again in the second half.
All right, the snap, the kick, the punt is up and away clean, and it's going to go to Xavier Roman, who returns at about the 26-yard line, and he's tackled immediately by Lakeland player number 89. That's Keegan Merrifield, the freshman on the play.
Tackle for the Lakers. Redskin ball, 1st and 10.
I still haven't seen a score from the North Jutland South Newton game.
Yeah, I was trying to find it too. It's kind of hard to find. I found out where Max Preps is very helpful, but also very, very frustrating at times when they don't have everything. You know what I mean, Chris?
If I take that back, I just made that comment, and I just got a text from Chris Neubauer.
Oh, perfect.
61-6.
Oh,
61-6. North Jutland.
Oh, big time play for the Knox Redskins as they hand off to Xavier Roman up the middle. He's going to score all the way. Touchdown, Xavier Roman. The Knox Redskins aren't going to sleep anytime soon. 58-21 here in Knox. Sorry about that, Chris. Huge run play by the senior Xavier Roman as it was a handoff play from Cohen Watson right up the gut.
I tell you what, that's going to start the running clock here for the Redskins. But I loved what Xavier Roman did there. Number one, got to the end zone, found the nearest official, handed him the football, but then he went over and he patted all of his big linemen on the helmet to congratulate them, to thank them for making that hole.
So I think the Redskins are going to kick this one. A rare kicking opportunity to watch here on the field for the Knox Redskins as Jake Conroy, the sophomore, will kick this for them. As the snap, the hold, the kick is up and away, and it is good. So 59-21 here in the first round of Sectional 26 of the IHSAA Indiana High School Football Sectional of 2022. My goodness. Well, I didn't quite see it going down this way, Chris.
Well, the Knox running game is just too good for Lakeland to handle right now. But in the middle of that play there, what I was saying was at halftime down at Kentland in South Newton, North Judson's up 61-6 over South Newton. So 61-6 at halftime.
My gosh. I had a chance to talk.
I think North Judson might be sending a message.
I think they are, Chris. You know, I had a chance to talk to head coach Brett Lambert this morning, and I at the very end I said, "Go get him, coach," and he replied, "Oh, we're gonna hopefully get this game in and done before the end of the first half." And well, he wasn't kidding at all, I guess. So yeah, 61-6.
No. Well, you poked the bear last Saturday asking him if he was ever going to score over 60 points in the game, so he did it in a half.
Well, hopefully he does. That'd be a perfect gift for me first thing in the morning, Chris, as the kick is up and away. And number 25 for the Lakers, Kian Arroyo, is going to bring this one back to about the 20, the 25, the 27 before he's taken down by a couple of Redskins. But, yeah, you're exactly right, Chris. I was poking the bear. I asked him if he was ever going to crack 62 points, and, well, I guess he put his money where my mouth is, and they're going to probably get that taken care of tonight.
Yeah, definitely. 61 points, pretty impressive. And I was really impressed with South Newton's defense, how they flew around in the football when we saw them against South Central. So
I agree,
North
Chris.
Judson just taking care of business tonight.
All right. Braden Holbrook takes the snap. He hands off to Cameron Malivon up the left sideline. He's going to get the first down and more. He's pretty fast as he gets to about the 46-yard line before he's tackled. They're going to move the chains on this one. It'll be first down for the Lakers.
Cohen Watson in on the tackle for the Redskins.
59.
Yeah, good run there by Lakeland. So best run of the night there, picking up a good chunk of change on first down.
Yeah, from reading the stats earlier, that Cameron Malivon is their leading rusher. He is a very good runner as he gets the call again up the middle. A lot of space as he crosses the 50-yard line into the 30, now to the 25-20. He's down to the 15, tackled at the 10-yard line. A saving touchdown tackle by number 2, Miles McLaughlin, as McLaughlin's been all over the field. I've said that several times tonight, but my gosh, I keep calling his name on offense and defense. This freshman is really showing his true colors tonight. But a huge run play for the Lakeland Lakers is now, it is 1st and 10, ball on Knox's 7-yard line as Holbrook takes the snap. They're in a hurry-up offense. Up the middle, maybe a couple on the play before he's tackled. As it'll be second down here, Chris. A lot is happening very fast.
Cameron Malivon with
Yeah, Lakeland trying to take advantage of that momentum they had on that previous play, going right at the line of scrimmage and running another play, trying to catch Knox off guard. They're going to huddle here on second down. So Lakeland showing some fight here, even though they're down 59-21 with 4:25 left to go in the third quarter.
The clock, it's a running clock, 4:20 to go here in the third quarter. Lakeland knocking on the door. Hopefully they can score here so they can stop that running clock. The Knox Redskins want to stop that, though. They want to keep that clock running as Holbrook takes the snap and hands off to Malivon up the left side. And it is going to be short.
Say it's down.
So close, as it was almost a touchdown by Cameron Malivon. But the clock continues to roll under 4 minutes as it's 59-21 here in Knox.
3rd and goal for the Lakers.
So 3rd and goal as they're going to hopefully try to punch this one in. Knox hopefully trying to stop it. We'll see what happens here as both teams want to make something happen. Takes the snap, a fumble on the play, and it looks like the Redskins are going to pick it up. It was a missed snap, and it was fumbled on the play, picked up by the Redskins deep in their own territory, and the Lakeland Lakers can't believe it. Unbelievable. My gosh, they were so close. And to have that happen, Chris.
Yeah, went under center right there, and Holbrook was not able to get the handoff to Malivon. So, again, Lakeland, all that work to get down to the 1 yard line, and they fumble it away. So, Knox will take over 1st and 10. Deep in their own territory.
My gosh, a blessing for the Knox Redskins to keep that clock running. As Cohen Watson under center, he takes the snap and hands off up the middle. That looks like it's Jake Conroy who's dancing around, making something happen as he gets closer to that first down marker. I don't know if he got it. It might be a little short, almost 8 or 9 on the play. And we do have a final from the boss, Tony Ross. 51-6 was the final for LaVille, beating Whiting. The Oilers go down in the first round of sectionals as the LaVille Lancers advance to round 2 in a big win. All right, Watson takes the snap. He hands off to his left side. That's Xavier Roman who's going to get the first down and more. He crosses the 30, flag on the play, but he keeps going up the left sideline, up to the 50, the 35, 40, or the 40. Ah, my gosh, Chris, I'm just getting jumbled up here at the booth. I don't know what I'm saying, but a huge run by Xavier Roman, but let's see what the flag is.
Going to be a block in the back there right in front of the play. So this long run by Xavier Roman will be coming back.
So all that for nothing. Unfortunate block in the back for the Knox Redskins, but that is what the Lakeland Lakers needed there, that's for sure, as a minute 30 just passed here on the clock in the third quarter. 59-21, the Redskins lead, as it has been a Redskin-controlled game by far tonight.
I'm actually going to make my way up to the booth.
Sure thing, Chris. We appreciate it. So 1 minute to go here in the third quarter. And it looks like the sideline judges are trying to figure out where the chain should be placed, and they've got them situated. Ball on the 15-yard line. Watson from shotgun takes the snap. He hands off. That is Miles McLaughlin, who's going to run up the left sideline. He's getting the first down and more before he gets taken down at about the 34-yard line. Big-time play from Miles McLaughlin.
That should take us to the end of the third quarter.
It looks like they are going to let that clock go ahead and run out, and that'll be the end of the third quarter. I don't know. They are going up to the line of scrimmage. Maybe they might try to draw off sides here. We'll see what happens. And the clock, and they do get the play off just in time at the 1 second to go as Jake Conroy gets out to the right side. Now he cuts back up the middle. He's only got 2 defenders to beat. Now he cuts back over to the right side. Now he's at the 30, the 25-20, the 15. Flag on the play as he's going to score the touchdown, but we will see what the penalty is. Last play of the third quarter almost ended in a touchdown, but we're not sure what the penalty is exactly here. And it is on Knox. So that run was 4-0, but they almost broke away for another touchdown, Chris. My gosh, a huge play. Miles McLaughlin is just running all over the field tonight. He is getting his steps in, that is for sure, as is our sideline reporter, sports analyst Chris McGowan, as he joins us up here in the booth. Chris, I appreciate you joining me. I don't feel so alone now.
How could you feel alone with all these great people up here?
Well, I guess you're right. That's true. Had a chance to talk with Nathan Welter, of course, doing a fantastic job being the PA announcer here at Community Field. as we appreciate his time during the Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning halftime show. It's always good to catch up with old friends. As, the Knox Redskins are rolling away with this one. And it will be 1st and 10, ball on the 47-yard line in Lakeland territory. Cohen Watson, the senior quarterback from shotgun, takes his snap. Hands off to Miles McLaughlin up the middle. My goodness, he can't stop. He's to the 20, the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Miles McLaughlin. I think that's his 4th on the night, Chris.
Yeah, and that was actually an untimed down there because of the penalty on the offense. So Lakeland actually had the choice of accepting the penalty, which gave the untimed down, or declining the penalty, which would have given Knox a touchdown. So I guess 6-1, half dozen the other, because Knox ended up scoring on the untimed down.
Big time play for the Redskins is, my gosh. Whew. I mean, we're going to have to look at the stats after this one, Chris. It's through the roof right now. I mean, we have seen so much offense.
It's probably a good thing that Tim Knowlton is using a computer and not trying to calculate all this in his head.
Yeah, he's typing away down there. As Nathan Welter mentioned at the halftime break, we were already over 700-some yards combined offense at the first half mark. It's going to be interesting to see what the end will be.
Well over 1,000.
Oh, easily. As the extra point is no good, Knox went ahead to try to kick it with Jake Conroy. It was out to the far left side of the goalpost, but that doesn't really change things much. It's 65-21 as the Knox Redskins lead the Lakeland Lakers here in the fourth quarter.
And I'm looking down there, and I think the keyboard that Knowlton is using might be smoking right now.
It might have a little too much hot. It's a little hot right here. I think he's saying something to you. As today's broadcast is brought to you in part by Culver Portside Marina. They can make sure your boat is ready for the winter. If you need help storing or winterizing your watercraft, call Glenn Bailey at 574-842-5000. We also thank Patrick Auto Group for supporting local high school sports tonight. Located in Knox on US 35. Call 574-772-7272. That's Patrick Auto Group. We also appreciate Lawrence Farms. Todd Lawrence, we appreciate him for supporting local high school sports and being a sponsor for tonight's broadcast. So the Redskins will be set to kick this one away into Lakeland territory, as the Lakers are going to have nothing short of a miracle to come back into this game 65-21, as it's going to be a running clock here to start the fourth quarter. Zingo Express of Knox is a proud sponsor of tonight's football action. Stop by Zingo Express in Knox and fuel up both you and your vehicle the Zingo Express way. Jake Conroy set to kick this one away for the Redskins. Looks like number 25, Kean Arroyo, and number 1, Owen Troyer, deep to return this for the Lakers.
I don't know what we're waiting on here, but
I just kept reading things. That's all I did.
The officials taking their time to.
I got my sponsors in. That's all that matters. Is Jake Conroy is set to kick this one away. All right, Conroy with the kick. It gets to about the 30-yard line before it's picked up and tackled immediately by number 68. That was Noah Bolin, the sophomore, for the Redskins. They didn't get it. The Lakeland Lakers got no chance at all to return that one.
And again, let's see what happens here now. See if we see a bunch of clean jerseys for the Redskins. Getting some of the younger kids some action here against this Lakeland team. So, again, this Lakeland team very young. 3 freshmen starting on this offensive unit, so future's bright for the Lakers.
So 11 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Holbrook takes the snap. He hands off to Malivon up the middle, and he's going to get maybe 7 to 8 on the carry before he's tackled. It looks like Jake Conroy was on the play to tackle. There's a good 7-yard carry from Cameron Malivon. Of course, Cameron Malivon, their leading rusher, hasn't had much time to run the ball because Knox is scoring so much. They can't afford to run. But, boy, if it was a tighter game, I'm sure Cameron Malivon would show us what his running capabilities are, because his stats coming into tonight were pretty good. As Holbrook looks over to the sideline to Ryan O'Shea, head coach, to get the call. Looks like O'Shea has seen something from the Knox defense he wants to fix here for his Lakeland offense. Holbrook takes the snap. He fires over to the right side, and a hand on the play was Jake Conroy, who disrupted that pass as it goes incomplete. Well, we're waving to some fans at Knox right now as they've come out to support their Redskins tonight. So appreciate everybody coming out to support their Redskins.
Wasn't sure if you heard when I was coming up the bleachers here, I had several people wanting to be interviewed.
Well, who wouldn't want to be interviewed by you? It only took all season. All right. In the pistol. Holbrook takes the snap. He hands off to Cameron Malivon, who's going to get a few carries now as he crosses the first down and gets to about the 45-yard line.
So enough for a Lakeland first down there. Move the sticks. So first to 10 from the 45, their own 45, with 9:26 left to go in the fourth quarter. Knox leading 65-21. This game reminds me of a game I actually coached in down at Seeger when I was at North Judson. Similar type of deal. Two very good offenses. We were about 900 yards of total offense in that game.
All right, Holbrook takes the snap from shotgun. He hands off to Cameron Malivon again. He works his way forward to get maybe 3 yards before he's tackled by a couple of Redskins. 85's the one that I saw. Alexander Triska, the senior, on the play for the Redskins. So 8:40 to go here in the fourth quarter as that clock continues to roll. It's 65-21 as the Redskins lead here in the first game of Sectional 26 here in Indiana. Holbrook, another pistol formation. He's got Malivon right behind him. He takes the snap. This time he hands off to number 11, Carson Mickham, who takes the handoff and rolls out to the right side over on the far sideline where the Lakers stand, and he gets knocked out of bounds after getting the first down at about the 36-yard line, Chris.
Yeah, knocked out of bounds there. Just a great run there. Was able to get to the corner there and turned it upfield. So couple nice little drive here by Lakeland. I know, Knox doesn't have all their starters in defensively, but still, start building towards the future here if you're Lakeland.
7:45 to go here in the fourth quarter. Holbrook takes the snap after setting his man in motion. He hands off up the middle to Cameron Malivon, who may have a couple yards before he's tackled right there in the middle of all that trench warfare, Chris.
And again, I like what Coach O'Shea's got, the foundation that he has built here at Lakeland. A lot of coaching pedigree in that O'Shea name. So if there's anybody who can get this Lakeland program headed in the right direction, it's definitely an O'Shea.
So 2nd and 6. Ball on Redskins' 39-yard line, it looks like. Holbrook in the pistol. Sets his man, takes the snap, hands off to Mickham. Mickham over to the right side. He gains maybe 3 or 4 on the carry as he ran around the outside towards the Lakeland sideline before he's tackled on the play.
Yeah, Alex Triska there on the stop for the Redskins. So it's going to be 3rd and a long 4 here for the Lakers, and they're definitely in 4-down territory.
If you're just joining us from Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WYMR, hello, I am Mitch Columbia along with sports analyst Chris McGowan as the LaVille Lancers rolled over their opponent tonight. Didn't allow them to score at all, as we appreciate you joining us here on K99.3 and around the world on WKVI.com as Holbrook of the Lakers takes the snap. He fires over the middle. He's got his intended target. That's number 25 for the first down. Kean Arroyo, the freshman, on the catch as they will get first down and more as the ball will be spotted at about the 15-yard line.
Yeah, excellent route there in good hands. And I tell you what, that kid knows what to do with the football once he catches it. He's pretty shifty to bring down. So look for him to put up some big numbers as his high school career moves forward.
I would say so. This team is very young, and the fact that they've had their big-time plays tonight really shows they do have a bright future. As Holbrook takes the snap from shotgun, hands off to Arroyo again, but he gets nowhere, as that may be a loss on down there.
Tackle made by Kane Weber.
And it was Kane Weber on the tackle. Kane Weber, a freshman for the Knox Redskins. He's one of those young players for the Redskins we look forward to in the future as well.
Yeah, loss of about 3 yards there on first down, so 2nd and 13 for the Lakers. With 5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter with the running clock.
Yeah,
Knox busted this open in the second quarter.
Yeah, that running clock has made this fourth quarter go by a lot faster than the first three, as Holbrook takes the snap and hands off to Cameron Malibon, who's working his way forward over to the right sideline in front of his Lakers as he gets close to maybe the 12-yard line. I can't quite see this far away.
Yeah, pickup of about 8 yards there, down to about the 11 there, about the 11 and a half. So third and a long 6 here for the Lakers.
3rd and 5 for the Lakers.
4:30 to go here in the game. The Redskins lead 65-21 as it has been a Redskin affair tonight. Holbrook from shotgun. Malibon on his left hip. He takes the snap, fires over to the right side. That's number...
Touchdown.
And he reached over to the touchdown. He got it. That was number 8, I believe. Levi Cook on the completion as they will score, bringing it 65-27. The Lakeland Lakers score again. Well, they haven't had a problem getting into the end zone tonight. It's just been stopping that Redskin offense, really, Chris.
Yeah, but the only team that's really had some success stopping the Redskin offense has been North Judson. They shut this Redskin team down or out, shut them out. But again, like you said, Knox is 2 plays away from having 1 loss.
Yeah, exactly.
Being 8-1. So a very good Redskin team, and they're showing it tonight with this running game.
Well, the extra point for the Lakeland Lakers goes through as their kicker, Carson Mickham, the sophomore, has quite the leg as he hasn't missed a field goal yet this evening, as that brings our score 65-28. Yes, you heard that correctly. The Knox Redskins lead the Lakeland Lakers 65-28 with 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the ball game.
Now, we got a 65-28 game here, and down in Edinburgh, my kind of game being played down there. Knightstown 6, Edinburgh 3 in the third quarter. That's my kind of game.
Knightstown's just up the road from Rushville. I wonder how Rushville's doing tonight. We weren't expecting them to probably win that game tonight, but I just want to see how Rushville's doing.
I haven't seen when I come across it, I'll let you know.
But Knightstown, that's interesting. I have a good friend, shout out to Tanner Hedrick, head coach of the boys basketball team at Knightstown. Of course, Knightstown's the home of the gym where Hoosiers was shot.
Right.
So connecting the dots here, a huge shout out to Tanner Hedrick, head coach of the Knightstown Panthers. I believe they are the Panthers.
Have a final from Culver. Culver 50, North Newton 8. So the Cavaliers will move on.
Excited to talk to Mike Zahner tomorrow, as this is an onside kick attempt by the Lakeland Lakers, and it's going to be picked up by it looked like 68 for the Redskins, Noah Bolin. And he pounced on it immediately. Noah, the sophomore, a smart play by him, as I didn't see an onside kick coming. I should have been aware of that.
Well, that's pretty.
It's
65-28. That's something I wouldn't have done, but hey,
just
to
to
each
have
his
a hope.
own, right? But again, now you're
giving Knox this much. Yeah.
Well, it looks like Knox is going to go ahead and run the JV unit in on offense here, but
it looks like some other players are getting switched in here. We'll try to get an eye and see who they are, as a lot of the starters for the Redskins. You see Jake Conroy and Cohen Watson here on the sideline, as well as Rowan Jordan. This is a very, very valuable time for these younger Knox Redskins, as they will take this learning experience here on the field and remember it. As their backup quarterback is in now, takes the snap and hands off to number 8, That is Connor Winsack. Winsack, the junior. And it looks like their backup quarterback right now in. I can't quite see the number there, Chris. Number 4, Nolan Short. Nolan Short is doing the quarterback duties for the Redskins now with under 2 minutes to go here in the ball game. So bear with me. I'm not used to these names quite yet. We'll make sure to get them on the radio the best we can here as Nolan Short for the Redskins. Number 4 under center, ready to take the snap. He does. He hands off up the middle. I didn't catch the number of who he handed off to, but he gets maybe a yard, if that, before he's tackled. It looks like that was number 43, Kane Weber, the freshman that we talked about just a little bit ago.
Yeah, so 3rd down and 7 here for the Redskins with 1 minute, 8 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. And Knox has put on a rushing clinic here tonight. I can't wait to see the final stats.
I was about to ask. I don't know if we saw a pass play from the Redskins, did we?
A couple. That's about it. Didn't need to.
Didn't need to tonight, as it's been a running affair here in Knox, Indiana, as we are under a minute to go here in the ball game. Short takes the snap, hands off to number 23. That was Camden Garner, but he's wrapped up immediately by a couple of Lakers who have probably been in the game for much of the game, for most of the night probably, and they just want to stop the Redskins at this point and not let anything happen. With under 30 seconds to go here, it looks like that's going to be the end of the ball game as the final score will be 65-28. Round 1 of Sectional 26 here in Knox, Indiana ends with the Redskins beating the Lakers 65-28. Big time win for the Redskins as they move on. We will have a chance to see who they will face next week as, like I said earlier, time is flying here. We are going to have to figure out what's going to happen between now and next Friday. It's a lot of sports, and we're so glad to be here for you as the final score, like I said, 65-28. The Redskins beat the Lakers here at Community Field. We are going to take a break and come back for the Collins Insurance postgame show. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Howard's Marathon in Winnemac has a reputation built on getting things done right. With 30 years' experience as an ASE Master Auto Technician, Dean Wentz is the right choice for the auto repairs or service. From auto computer diagnostic checks to new batteries and tires, they can take care of it all. Howard's Marathon is a proud supporter of area high school sports and wishes all teams a great season. Howard's Marathon, 121 South Monticello Street in Winnemac. Call 574-946-6894.
Stay tuned for more in-game action with Mitch Columbi and Chris McGowan on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Coke knows there's nothing better than the beat of the summer. The beat begins in a simple and mellow place, from low-key to hyped up. So we're helping you and your friends drink it all in with 100 days of the artist's experiences, tracks, and concerts with the best names in music, all at Coke Studio. Drink, scan, and enjoy your Coke so you never miss out on all the amazing offers we're dropping this summer.
Welcome to the Collins Insurance Agency's post-game show. Let's get back to Mitch Columbi and Chris McGowan.
Back here at Community Field, Knox, Indiana, as the Knox Redskins took it to the Lakeland Lakers 65-28 for round 1 of Sectional 26 here in Indiana. I am Mitch Columbi. Along with me is sports analyst Chris McGowan as the tradition continues here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting as WKVI will always be here. Chris, a quick rundown of what we saw out on the field tonight. Let's first cover the Lakeland Lakers because we're going to have plenty of time to talk about the Knox Redskins here in a minute. Let's overall sum up the whole season for the Lakeland Lakers. Of course, this was our first time seeing them. They ended the season 3-6. Now that goes to 3-7 on the year. Overall, what do you think you saw from this young Lakers team?
I saw a lot of positives. I mean, just offensively, you have the Holbrook Braden Holbrook, the quarterback, you can build some things around that kid. Just a freshman, showed a lot of poise, can make all the throws. Just going to be exciting football. It's going to be some exciting times for Lakeland High School here in the near future, especially with that kid being able to build an offense around that arm.
Well, it's the first time this year that here in the postgame, we are literally watching one of the team's last moments on the field. Some of them, their last moments as a football player, as a senior. This is a tough moment for the Lakeland Lakers to go through tonight, as it was a win or go home, and that's what the postseason's about. That's what sectionals are about, and the Knox Redskins move forward, and we will find out who they will face as now is when things get crazy, Chris. We're not sure where we're going to be next Friday yet, but tomorrow morning maybe we'll shine some light on where we're going to figure things out and get these broadcasts on the air, because we've got several of our area teams continuing. Of course, North Judson with that big win tonight, West Central with their big win, Culver Community with their big win. We've got 4 area schools right now that I know of that are moving on into the second round of sectionals, so that's great for us. And we're very excited for that, as this is the Collins Insurance post-game show. Collins Insurance, of course, taking care of all your insurance needs. That's Collins Insurance, supporting local high school sports. Tonight's broadcast is also brought to you by Nepco Crane and Equipment Services, specializing in mobile crane service. Call Joe Nepp at 1-800-590-2272 for all your residential, commercial, and agricultural crane needs. Big shout out to my good buddy Trent Hill, all the way from Dallas, Texas. He tuned in this evening. We had a listener from Dallas, Texas tonight, Chris, as well as my friend John Thompson down in Florida, my buddy in Indianapolis. Boy, KVB is making things happen, and we are so glad to bring this type of broadcast to you, as we're going to take a break and come back, but don't go anywhere. The Stark County Co-op Play of the Game is next. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Collins Insurance Agency in Knox has done it again. They have earned the distinction of preferred agency partner from the Western Reserve Insurance Company.
Can't touch this.
So what does that mean for you? Collins Insurance Agency provides themselves of taking care of its community. That means providing the best insurance that keeps you and your family safe in a time of need. And with this honor, Collins Insurance Agency looks forward to providing Stark and surrounding counties the best customer service you and your family deserve. Collins Insurance Agency in Knox, living the golden rule by treating you like family.
Farm Fertilizers and Seeds is proud to be our area's newest sales representatives for Pioneer Hybrid Seed. This is Andy Awald. Pioneer offers top-of-the-line genetics, a complete portfolio including alfalfa and wheat seed, and cutting-edge seed traits and technologies. Combined with exceptional financing options, Pioneer provides the total package, one that we are proud to be able to offer our customers. If you are currently working with a Pioneer sales representative, you have made a good choice. If you aren't, let Farm Fertilizers and Seeds show you how Pioneer can work on your farm. Call us today at 867-2441 to answer any of your questions.
It's time for the Stark County Co-op Play of the Game. Now, let's return to the voices of WKVI Sports Director Mitch Columbi and Sports Analyst Chris McGowan.
Back for more here at the Collins Insurance postgame show. I'm Mitch Columbi along with Sports Analyst Chris McGowan. We're talking our Stark County Co-op Play of the Game. Chris, you had a chance to maybe consider who deserves our Stark County Co-op Play of the Game. What is your overall opinion, and who do you think deserves our Stark County Co-op Play of the Game?
I tell you what, with this Redskin offense, there's so many plays to choose from, but I'm going to go with the first touchdown of the night by Miles McLaughlin, the 80-yard run after Lakeland had scored to cut the lead from Knox scored first. Lakeland comes back and answers, down 8-7, and then the very next play, Lakeland puts the ball into the end zone. Knox takes over 1st and 10 on the 20, and Miles McLaughlin goes 80 yards untouched. The first of, 3 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, he had 4.
So, again, 80 yards, 4:51 there left in the first quarter.
I thought you were going to go with the Xavier Roman one. I thought that was interesting.
No, I'm going to go with the first one by Miles McLaughlin because, again, Lakeland had come back, cut into that lead to make it 8-7 and made it a ball game, and then from that point on, just Knox just big played Lakeland all night. And so the very first, or actually the second big play for Knox is the play of the game, Miles McLaughlin, 80-yard touchdown run.
All right, after you explain it, I got to agree with it. Huge play from Miles McLaughlin, as that is our Stark County Co-op play of the game. Stay tuned. Our 5-star player of the game is next. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
The Stark County Co-op has been a member-owned farm services co-op in Stark County since 1928. That's over 90 years, and they're still providing the same quality agronomy services to the farming community of Stark and surrounding counties. The Stark County Co-op is an LP and fuel provider. The Stark County Co-op purchases grain at both locations, Hamlet and Browns. You can reach them by phone at 1-800-782-3392, the Stark County Co-op.
Since 1936, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning have always taken pride in doing the job right. Third-generation owner Brian Hammond and his family have always set the standard when it comes to taking care of all your heating and cooling needs. Making your home a comfortable home is the absolute top priority. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give them a call at 574-936-4660. Follow them on Facebook. Let Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning help you take control of your comfort. Time to announce the Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game. Mitch.
Thanks, John. We thank the Stark County Co-op, your local agricultural cooperative that offers an array of service and support, including grain agronomy, seed, fuel, and LP Petroleum. Call 574-867-2411 to contact the Stark County Co-op. It's time now for our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game, given in memory of Ashley Derrickson, a 2008 graduate of North Judson St. Pierre High School who battled cancer through her high school career before losing that battle on December 12, 2008. We'll tell you who's earned that honor after this word from 5-star.
5-Star, the largest meat and grocery store in the area, focused on quality, value, and customer service. The 5 stars in the name of the store come from 5 family members of the original owners serving in World War II, each one represented by a blue star on a flag hanging in the front window of the family home. That's why, even decades later, 5-Star is known for its dedication to service. Now that dedication means savings for you. 5-Star, one of the We Care stores, the area's largest meat and grocery store, focused on quality, value, and customer service. Located, you know where, in the Knox Mall.
Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by, of course, 5-Star. We thank them for supporting local high school sports and remind you to shop local. That's 5-Star in the Knox Mall. All right, Chris, as we move on into our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game, who do you deem necessary or worthy enough to get our 5-star player of the game tonight?
Well, in a game where there was 1,044 total yards of offense between the two teams, here, the amazing thing is Knox only ran 37 plays total. And had 634 yards of offense, and all 634 yards came on the ground. So 35 rushing attempts for 634 yards. That's about 18 yards a carry.
Yeah, that is.
So again,
wow.
A lot to choose from. But I tell you what, there was a record, a single game record, rushing record that was broken here tonight that I didn't know if it would ever be broken. Miles McLaughlin, as a freshman tonight, broke the single-game rushing record that was held by Phil Owens.
Oh, my.
I think Phil had the most rushing yards in a game for the longest time at like 291 yards. Miles McLaughlin tonight rushed 11 times for 308 yards. So really a no-brainer for the Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game, and that goes to the freshman, number 2, Miles McLaughlin.
308 yards on the game. My goodness. Well, I said during the broadcast I felt like I was yelling his name out quite a lot, even on the defensive side of the ball. While he had a heck of a game on the offensive side of the ball, he was flying all over the place on defense. He has the heart of a lion, and I'll tell you what, his energy was noticed on the field tonight. Unbelievable play by him. 308 yards. That is our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game.
Before we go off the air here, you have the starters for the Knox Redskins. Go ahead and read the starting offensive line there for the Redskins.
Yeah, let me
give them a shout out and some credit.
You know, we saw them open those holes for the Redskins big time, and I had mentioned that during the broadcast. They were doing a heck of a job, and that offensive line holding the fort down for the Redskins are seniors James McNeil, Brandon Manuel, Keaton Fost, and juniors Landon Howard and Isaiah Jones. So those guys put in the work. They were making space so that McLaughlin, Roman, and Watson, all those guys were able and Conroy.
So again, just a heck of a performance here by the Knox Redskins, and they move on to week 2. I haven't seen an update. They will play the winner of West Noble, Mishawaka Marion. The last score we saw, Mishawaka Marion was up 7-6, but that was early. So we don't know who they're going to play quite yet, and we invite you to join us tomorrow morning on the Saturday Sports Line to find all that information out. Of course, that's the longest-running high school sports broadcast in Indiana. We will have our area high school coaches on hand to catch us up on what happened tonight, as we will be going live at 9 a.m. Eastern tomorrow morning on 99.3 FM and streaming online at WKVI.com. I was going to say, before we get off the air here, let's run down to some of the scores we do have. West Central moves on, 24-6 winner or 24-8 winner over Caston.
Yes. 28-6.
28-6. Winnemac falls, I believe, 52-8 to Lafayette Central Catholic. Culver Community High School, 50-8 winners over the North Newton Spartans. And the last score we got from the North Judson game, it was at halftime down at Kentland, and North Judson was up 61-6 at halftime.
I think it's safe to say North Judson probably pulled that one out, but I don't want to get ahead of ourselves here. But I invite all of our listeners to follow us on Facebook at Sports to the Max, on Instagram at WKVI Sports, and on Twitter at KVB Sports for all Kankakee Valley Broadcasting sports content. 65-28 is the final. The Redskins beat the Lakeland Lakers in round 1 of Sectional 26 here in Indiana. From all of us here at KVB, we thank you for listening to Indiana High School Sports. For our in-game producer, Marilla Schaefer, our sports analyst, Chris McGowan, our in-game announcer, John Thompson, I am Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues. This is Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Thank you for listening to High School Football on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Sponsored in part by Coca-Cola, Culver Portside Marina, Nepco Crane and Equipment Services, specializing in mobile crane service, Dairy Queen of Winnemac, Patrick Auto Group, Farm Fertilizers, First Farmers Bank and Trust, Lawrence Farms, Mark's Body Shop in Knox, Zingo Express, Pulaski Memorial Hospital, Stark County Co-op, Ancilla College, The Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, Collins Insurance, Howard's Marathon of Winnemac, and 5-Star. We thank our sponsors for their dedication in supporting local high school sports.